smells hot. You smell it? Yeah.
Where the fuck is McClay?
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Bogcast. I'm your host, Keith Obit, joined with my best friend, Bryan McClay. What's up, dog?
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
Honestly, bro, I'm fucking sweating my balls off. It's hot as fucking shit in this room. I can't have the fan on too high because of the sound. It'll just be like too annoying in the background, but
115 it's going to be this week, dude.
I can't take it anymore, dude.
Yeah.
You sure
As we get
distorting, right? My
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, man. It's supposed to be 115, I think, on the weekend. Right now it's like 111.
I woke up at like I don't know, 4:35 in the morning to walk the dogs, and it's 90 degrees by 6 a.m., dude.
Yeah, it sucks.
But what's up, chat? Thanks for hanging out with us. It's, really cool hanging out with everybody each week. We really appreciate it. Dude, I had a fucking I was having a normal day, and then it just completely turned to shit. I had a really bad experience at the doctor. Seriously, dude. Like if I knew if I knew what was going to happen to me, like when I went there, I wouldn't have went. Right.
Well,
so I went to the
if you're going to talk about it, you got to explain what you're going through. Yeah.
So, I went to the urologist today, right? And he's like, let me check out, he's got to check out my package and shit. It was no problem. I'm in my 40s. I don't give a fuck anymore, right? It's not a big deal. I bust out my package. I'm like, yeah, it's all checking out and shit. And then all of a sudden, dude, he goes, now I got to check your prostate. I go, what? He's like, yeah, bend over on the table over there. I got to check your prostate. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, how long is that going to take? And as he's putting on gloves, he's like, about 5 seconds. I'll be, in and out. No big deal. So I fucking bend over on the table. He's like, dude, you need to bend your knees and just relax. I'm like, all right. And then he goes to do it. And I guess I like
tensed up.
He's like, dude, bend your knees. I'm like, all right. And dude, he stuck his finger in there like that, like so fucking hard. And I swear to God, the whole office probably had to hear me just go, ah! I seriously did that, bro. And then he looked at me, bro, like I was pathetic. And he goes, have you never had this done before? And I was like, yeah, once or twice. But in my head, I'm like, not that fucking hard. Usually, like, I feel like they just go in, they kind of look around.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, bro. Bang! He's just like, ugh. And I was just like, dude, and I got hemorrhoids and shit. So they're fucking on fire. And then I got to listen to this motherfucker talk to me as just my asshole has just been torn to shreds, and I'm just like, I walked out, and eventually when I saw Jordan, she thought something horrible happened because I just, from the look on my face, I must have just been like because I just felt so.
Did you say something to him like, dude, that was a little rough, bro?
I didn't it was just so unexpected, and I guess I didn't realize how rough it was until like when I left. I was like, what the fuck? But holy shit, this just completely changed my day around, dude. It's like having this great day, and all of a sudden it's like getting this very aggressive finger in the ass. Holy shit. That's what I was wondering. You're gonna turn around and his fucking dick's out. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, bro. Oh, man.
Have you ever had? You've had that done, right?
Yeah, but nothing like that, dude. Well, here's the thing. So, like, as we get older and we get into our 40s, like you said, you have to be ready for that stuff, man. And I feel like that isn't the biggest problem. The biggest problem is having to go to so many different fucking doctors to get, if you're having like one problem.
Everything should be all in one. like the x-rays, all the machines should be at the same place. Like if you need an x-ray, you got to go here, but you have to wait 2 weeks to get it, and then you got to make an appointment to go back, and then they review it. Like,
And then their appointments scheduled are like they're full for 3 months. You're like, it's gonna take me 3 months to get back in for a follow-up. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and then sometimes this is the other two things that drive me nuts about the medical system, and a lot of this has to do with, I think, COVID made it normal to have video appointments. Like they don't even fucking, like they barely even examine you or touch you when you see the doctor. You know what I mean? Like they, like back in the day, they would like physically examine you and touch you. They don't even fucking touch you anymore. Now they want you to fucking do it through a video. And then on top of that, the physician's assistant bullshit. Like that's what, like you don't even realize that when you go there, like, oh, you're not even a real fucking doctor. You're just like their assistant. Like you don't even get to talk to real doctors anymore. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
This
is interesting. Chad says that you can get a PSA test, which they screen your prostate with lab work. That is game changer, bro.
He said it was all good, so I guess those gave me some peace of mind. But holy shit!
Oh man, yeah. Keith is playing cover dudes. I did not expect to tune in tonight. Have my own ass in perspective.
Speaking of ass pain, I did want to explain the poll question really quick because I know some people had some questions. It is: would you let your wife / girlfriend or significant other to get BBC'd on camera for money? And if you don't know what BBC it is, that's big black cock. Big black cock. And this is in regards to the whole Adam 22 and Lena the Plug. And I don't know, it's just kind of interesting watching Adam just like lose his soul, I feel like, online. Just literally money over dignity, I feel like.
I feel like if I was going to do it, I wouldn't. Adam played it kind of smart. He leaned into it. Like, you know what I mean? Like
to me, it's like
it's joking.
Yeah, I know, but
it's him coping.
It's like it's the highest level of copium.
Yeah.
It's like to the millionth degree. Like that's like how you that's the only way you can cope with that is just to like laugh at it. Like the memes that he was posting about it. And yeah, you're right. He totally leaned into it. He had to.
I'll be honest, man. I don't think that especially for men, I don't care how woke society is. There's something about letting your girl who that you feel like she's yours being taken advantage by another man, and then yet alone another man who like, you know, is a porn star. And
well, this is what's weird to me about it, dude, is she only did girl on girl porn until they got married. And then after they got married, then she wanted to bang dudes. And then a year later, you know what I mean? Now she's doing this. So it's like, what path is this going to lead down? You know,
well, you know, they say that I was listening to a podcast with him the other day where he was talking about the money situation. And, you know, he's supposedly worth a lot of money, like $10 million.
That's what I don't understand. Why are you doing that? If he already has money, why does he have to do that? Why do they have to do that?
Yeah, because he's saying that it's all about his wife's career at this point, that he's giving up his feelings over his wife's career. So he's being a better husband out of this. And part of me is like, man, like you said, that's copium at the highest level.
Yeah, it's hard to watch, dude. It's like you're watching this fucking man just like lose it online in front of millions of people. And he's literally went from like this hip, cool underground podcast about hip hop to like a laughing stock. I don't know if you've seen all the other podcasters ripping the fuck out of him, you know, and it's crazy, dude. It wasn't the story I thought we were going to have in 2023, dude.
Well, what's amazing is over the last 2 years, I think the word cuck has become used more in our vocabulary than ever in my life. I've never even heard that word until like 3 years ago.
I know I used it on the podcast before, and we actually got into like a little thing like, you're like, that's not what it means. I'm like, yeah, it does, dude. Like that's what it means. But that's because there's all these men who are allowing their women to get banged by. It's like a thing now. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I think that word's become more popular. But to me, what's really weird about that situation is he interviewed Lena the Plug, right? And then they bring the guy on.
That was so weird, bro.
First off, she's saying how like, yeah, my pussy was torn for like 4 days and I couldn't have sex for like 4 days until like until Adam got to hit it. Like that is what the fuck? Did you see that part?
Yeah, it was hard to watch,
Crazy.
bro.
And then
Yeah.
they bring the guy on, and Adam was like, talking about like, yeah, would you let your wife do that? He's like, no, I wouldn't. Like he pretty much like, and the look on Adam's face when he realizes that guy wouldn't do what Adam just did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is definitely, I hope Adam is, really doing this for her career, because his career is going to take a big hit the way he's playing into this, man.
Well, this is some conspiracy theory shit though, dude. Is I guess there's all kinds of crazy like pedo shit that's surfacing around him as far as him
Not
with underage
necessarily
girls.
pedo, but
Well, that's a
him,
word that's being thrown. That's
Yeah.
a buzzword being thrown around.
yeah,
But
hooking up with a 17-year-old,
the
grooming,
conspiracy theory is like he's doing all this to just
take away from that.
take away from that story and shit. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't even
could
know
be.
about any of that, dude.
Yeah, the whole blog post he made about it and all that stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, that one guy, member, brought it up on No Jumper a while ago, and they kicked him off the show for bringing it up, and then it just went away. So you could be right. You definitely could be right. And oh man,
Should I play a clip of that dude?
Yeah.
What is that guy's name?
I forget. It's kind of weird. I watched a podcast the other day, and they were tier listing porn stars, and I only recognized like 2 of them, dude.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
They were doing a tier list of, porn stars the other day, and out of all the girls that were on the list, there was like 50 girls on the list. I only recognized like 2 of them.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, man. I'm getting old. We're getting old.
Yeah, I wouldn't know any, dude.
Situation is more of like 2 people coming and making an understanding.
Yeah.
So if you're cool with it, then it is what it is. Me personally, I don't know if I have enough in me to allow it, but everyone's different.
See his face.
Different levels of, how I say, mental maturity.
Well, it would be kind of weird for you to find a dude bigger than you. Maybe they could resurrect Andre the Giant or something. Maybe you could get Brock Lesnar to come through and cut it up for you. But I mean, you're kind of like the biggest dude that I could think of. I don't
Him
know.
saying me personally has become like a comment thing that everyone says is like me personally, because
man,
that shit's fucking funny, dude.
So crazy, dude. Yeah.
Do you think that'll hurt his brand and his podcast?
Big time. It's already hurt it. Yeah, he's going to be, especially in the world he lives in, like it's looked down upon to have those feelings, to let other man, hook up with your girl. In a big way, it's looked down upon. You know what I mean? In the hip hop community, like there is a episode, he does a podcast now with Whack 100, and when he was talking to Whack 100 about it, Whack 100 was like, absolutely not, like this is.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So
it's like his own homies are like giving him shit. Yeah,
so he's gonna lose a lot of credibility in the hip hop world, and he deals with a lot of I'm not gonna say fake tough guys, but he deals with a lot of tough guys, that are tough guys, and that's the tough guy thing, to don't look at my girl type thing. But man, I still think it's on another level, dude. It's on another level.
The copium's on another level for sure.
Yeah.
What are you smoking tonight, or what strain you smoking?
No, dude, I am on the RSO over the last couple days, just because I've been having all the problems and stuff. So RSO, and I am so tired today. So we're taking our RSO for the day right here.
Nice. I am actually hitting a strain called OZ Kush.
Ooh, nice.
I think I might have brought this up a few weeks ago. I can't remember, but it is a crossing of OG Eddie Lep and Skittles, but it's hitting pretty good.
I'm going to pick up some new stuff tomorrow. I was going to put in an order today, but they quit taking orders. But Nature's has some really high percentage THC $50 halves right now, like 30% stuff.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Well, let us know what strain you are smoking in the comments. We always pick a random person and send out some stickers and magnets. Let us know if it's a sativa, indica, the strain name, whether you like it or not. And if you just want to enter and you do not smoke, like I said before, just lie. Just look up a strain and just comment it. You're good.
Raymond Camacho says enjoying some Starfire, Oreos, and Super Runts. I think Super Runts is one of the ones that I was looking at today. So.
Ooh, this is the one outdoor homegrown Blue Dream. Blue Dream's the one like sativa that I actually really enjoy. Blue Dream's pretty fire.
Ooh, Black Ice. That sounds like some bomb indica.
Ooh, Black Ice.
I had one, some Wi-Fi cookies and Gushers from Humboldt. Gushers, that Rainbow Randolph is our boy, the Humboldt Cures strain. So the Humboldt Cures is they said they're down to come on the show too, bro. So we need to get Joe Fachot from the Humboldt Cure to come on. Shout out to Joe Belanzia.
Oh, damn, nice.
Yeah.
The other day, Jordan got a strain called high fructose. I think it's called high fructose syrup, maybe even. Yeah. And I hit it, and it literally tasted like candy. I was like, holy shit, like in a good way. I was like, oh shit, this is a perfect name for it.
Do you ever get worried that they're putting in like those fake terpenes to get those things though? I'm always worried
hope
about
not,
that.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like it's like I think we've talked about it before. Like we don't want to get cannabis to a point where it's like Monsanto, where it's just like fake synthetic weed. Remember that big ass synthetic nug they were talking about a couple years ago? I'm sure they're far more advanced on all that shit now.
You know what was amazing that I want to find more of? I want to find more of the some of that hash, that hash that he had, the purple, what was it?
I was talking about Chris?
Yeah. Perps. It was Granddaddy Perps. Yeah. And it was just amazing, dude. And I need to find some more of that because the
that's how you're getting ripped.
Yeah, the effect
like when you
was
put
so
it just,
noticeable.
Yeah.
It was so different.
Like, you could seriously get ripped off of that.
Yeah, if you could feel it coming on too, and it's such an that entourage effect was such an amazing.
Well, we were getting it from every angle, dude. We had THC drinks, we had edibles, we had suppositories. No, I'm just kidding. Oh shit! Shout out to Awesome Sauce. Thank you. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Adam.
I always fucking forget about those super stickers. That's dope. Thank you for that. That's badass.
Yeah. Also, shout out to everybody that's hanging out in the Rumble. We've got some people watching over there right now. Are we on a new platform yet? Or how does that look?
I tried to get on the Kick, and the streaming key just failed, so I aborted.
Got rid of it.
I tried figuring it out a half hour before this, but I did set up the like profile pic and the banner and all that bullshit. So by next week we should be streaming to both, Kick and well, we already are streaming to. We also are streaming to Twitter,
which is sweet.
Show you that right now.
I love the fact that we can do that.
You know, guys, I just have this weird feeling that the way literally every day I see a new YouTube channel that gets demonetized, their entire channel, or strikes and things like that. And me and McClay went through that in the beginning of the year where the channel got 2 strikes, and it's stressful as fuck when you're 1 strike away from losing everything that you put years into. And I know we're just a small channel and shit, but with the way YouTube is going, I have a feeling it might happen again. Especially like a couple of weeks ago, they took down our live in the middle of the episode. Remember that? That actually happened to another channel. They were streaming live, and YouTube fucking demonetized their whole channel in the middle of their live. So my point is, if you could follow us on Twitter, because when they do give us strikes, we can't fucking post anything for like 2 weeks. So there's no way to say, hey, we're not having any shows or anything. So this is a way to find out, to keep up to date with all our information and stuff like that. And of course, Rumble, you don't have to worry about censors or anything on there, dude. That's why I love Rumble, dude. You don't have to worry about any of that bullshit.
Yeah. Both Rumble and Kick are becoming very, I don't know if the word is like well known, or people are flocking more to those sites because of that reason.
And not just that, but Twitter. Twitter is becoming more creative friendly, where you can, upload long form videos and shit like that. So that's kind of cool without having to worry about censors and all that bullshit. So
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know. Do you follow UFC at all?
A little bit. I haven't much in the last couple months though, man.
I know you have your show on Saturdays, so it's hard for you
Mhm.
to watch a lot. I love watching the UFCs on Saturday nights. Jordan's kind of into it too. But what's crazy with the UFC shit is like, you know, I think I speak for you when I say we both think it's kind of goofy picking political sides and shit like that. So with that said, we're not like these Trump guys or anything, but I wanted to show you this sequence of events at UFC that led to some online shenanigans I thought was pretty funny. But this is Trump entering UFC, and check out the kind of reception that he gets, dude. It's kind of wild. Something like that.
Wow.
So I'm sure, as you know, Trump's like, he loves UFC. He goes to pretty much every event. He's friends with Dana. What's crazy, dude? That motherfucker has 96 Secret Service that rolls with him.
Wow.
So some of like even famous people in the front had to like lose their seats because the Secret Service gets the seats and shit, right? So Trump's fucking chilling in the front row, right? And he starts shaking hands with some, famous people, and the chaos that it created online was actually hilarious. But I wanted to show you some of these moments. I don't know if you've seen these or not. Like when Trump.
No, I heard about them. So
Okay.
they were talking about how how amazing the difference is between Trump coming into an event and Biden coming into an event, where you have Trump who is walking tall, getting into the event. He seems strong, and Biden can barely move.
Oh my God. It's
you know?
dude, when I watch Biden talk, it's like I have to go like this because it's just like, oh my God. He's like
Yeah.
with world leaders. Just
Yeah.
he was with world leaders with notes having to say like hello, blah 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 blah. Just like basic, just like communication. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But check
And
this
Trump
out,
don't
dude.
need any of that shit.
So this is like one of those moments that like kind of went viral after.
Look at that. That's dope. That's cool. Good for Joe.
See how he like points him out? He's like, I'm gonna talk to that motherfucker.
Yep.
Okay, so that was one of the moments. Another one I only have a picture of, which is a guy Fieri. So he goes up there and he shakes his hand, right? And I think Mark Wahlberg did. And I mean, everybody was, dude. Like Theo Vaughn was there taking pictures with him, like Shane Gillis, like everyone's like, holy shit. So because of that, let me show you this hilarious shit, dude. And it's always the blue fucking hair. I don't get it. We've been fucking calling this shit forever, bro. It's always the blue fucking hair. So this fucking dork, Jack White, makes a Instagram post. Anybody who normalizes or treats this disgusting, fascist, racist, con man, disgusting piece of shit Trump with any level of respect is also disgusting in my book. That's you, Joe Rogan, you, Mel Gibson, you, Mark Wahlberg, you, Guy Fieri, and the woke mob tried canceling Guy Fieri on Twitter, which was hilarious because you can't fucking cancel Guy Fieri, bro, right?
No. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, why would you tweet this? That doesn't make any sense. Who cares? Like, even if Joe Rogan shook Biden's hand, as much as I hate Biden, I wouldn't.
He's the president. Yeah.
I wouldn't be
you
like,
show respect to the
call
office.
out Rogan, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get it, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you still have to show respect to the office. Like even there, it's very interesting, man. It's very interesting how people let political ideology rule their lives. But if it didn't have anything to do with politics,
just keep it to yourself.
Well, if it didn't have anything to do with politics, they would handle it totally different. You know what I mean? If it was a regular person, most of those people that are Karens, you know, would go and shake somebody's hand out of respect if they were a firefighter, you know,
So
or
what's
if they
Joe
were
Rogan
a
supposed to do?
doctor.
Joe Rogan's supposed to go
Exactly.
like brush him off. You know what I mean? Like no,
Yeah,
he's like
no.
Trump went like that, and then you shake his fucking hand like as a man. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
what the fuck?
He's a president of the
Joe
United
Rogan,
States.
obviously, you can't cancel. I mean, they tried
No.
canceling him for like 3 years straight. That's not happening. But
Yeah.
they literally tried going after Mark Wahlberg, Mel Gibson, and Guy Fieri, and I just thought I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
When I
So
say
did
cancel,
the
I
blue
say
hair? Did the blue hair just like as Jack White was putting that tweet up, like just start automatically changing his hair?
no, I think he dyed it blue, and then it just makes you super fucking lame, and then you just start doing lame shit.
Yeah. Do you think like the old ladies that used to get their hair blue are not getting their hair blue anymore
they
because
do,
even them are like, fuck those dudes?
No, they don't know. But
Yeah.
this is an interesting point because, dude, remember when we were in high school?
Mhm.
If you had like tattoos and piercings and colored hair and shit, you were like a bad motherfucker usually. You know what I mean?
You were a punk. You were like you were counterculture. I mean,
and now it got stolen by like pretty much the woke mob. That look.
And I don't want tattoos. I don't want blue hair. I don't want to dye my hair and like all that stuff.
I used to think blue hair was the fucking coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
That brings me up to this meme, dude. It says, did you know that in nature, some species that are commonly victims of predation will adopt a toxic appearance to protect themselves with the added bonus of attracting potential mates? This means that if an odd coloration either scares or excites you, it's probably doing it so for a reason and doing so effectively. That's actually a different version of the meme, but the point is like the venomous and poisonous of
yeah. They're bringing you in. Jesus, man. Shout out to GT Key. He's been talking about this for a while. And that is, YouTube has done this sweep of documentaries where they've just pulled down all these documentaries that they consider
it's ridiculous. They take everything that's related to, I can't even say his name because they might take this down, but he's running for president, and he was on Theo Vaughn's podcast. He was on a bunch of podcasts. They got all pulled.
Graham Hancock stuff, a lot of Graham Hancock stuff gets pulled.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of truth. Like if it's a documentary, I almost feel like, come on, man, but I don't know. It's again, it goes back to freedom of speech and freedom of your discourse and all that. And I get it. YouTube is a private company, but they've built their platform on the fact that anybody can go on YouTube and make a YouTube video.
Yeah, but dude, we saw what Twitter was doing with the Twitter files and how they were in bed with fucking the Department of Justice. I think it was the CIA, the FBI, right? All this crazy shit, all of them, right? I guarantee you YouTube is, but we just don't know about it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and this is another great point. Sean says, what the fuck happened to let me be the judge? Who's saying it's misinformation? Yeah, all the 9/11 docs. Yeah.
You try to click it.
I know,
Go ahead, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of dudes with blue hair, then you got this dude saying like Dave Chappelle's like is the reason why there's violence against trans people.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like, what did Dave Chappelle do?
Made a joke or tried to make a part of his stand-up special.
It was about his trans friend.
Think. Yeah, he tried to make people think in a human way, and they got butthurt about it because they anytime if you're not, I feel like a lot of these people that are like these quote unquote Karens, in the media and stuff, like Megan Rapinoe.
So by the way, just really quick, this person thinks that I need to say the correct terminology, forgive me. Trans women should play in women's sports.
Yeah, stupid.
That's I can't even believe that's even a fucking subject or topic. That's
I would
actually
love to
absolutely
see.
insane to me.
I would wonder to see like if she got destroyed by a team
They
of
did.
trans
They
women.
played. They played like a I think it was like a high school soccer team and got destroyed 12-0.
But were they trans women or were they men?
They were men.
So if they were trans women and they got destroyed year after year by that team, she would change her tune. I feel like she would change her tune. Just like there's a lot of those people out there that got destroyed by that swimmer. They're not happy about it. And could you imagine being a parent?
That
and all
Riley Gaines, she's like become a huge advocate for all that shit because, dude, she spent like 18, 19, 20 years of her life training for swimming. And then she should have won the medal and she got second. And in the meantime, she doesn't feel safe in the locker room because there's a dick out, you know what I mean? The entire time. Like, what the fuck?
It's become this weird thing where I feel like all these people in the media that have the media has bestowed, popularity on, they're such a small percentage of the true population, but because the media can see that they can get something out of them, they gaslight them, right?
Oh, for sure. Everything is like geared towards like as far as like all the Target shit that they do. Like it's all like, you think Target gives a fuck about that? No, it's all just marketing because they're just trying to fucking cash in on all of it, and it completely backfired.
The funny thing to me is I also truly think that in this day and age, the amount of people who the left is saying are these horrible people on the right, in all reality, those horrible people on the right would bring you into your house, let you sit down and eat dinner at their table. Like they're not what you think they are. Now, don't get me wrong. Our country has had some systemic racism going on for years, and systemic racism happens, right? But I don't think it's as bad as it was 30 years ago. I don't think it's as bad as it was 60 years ago.
You know what the thing is though about that is it isn't, but I feel like the media tries to make it like it is, you know what I mean? And tries to divide us and always talks about it. Like they're the ones that are bringing it up and talking about it. Like quit fucking talking about it, you know?
Yeah. It's very interesting to see a lot of these people don't have real world experience, and what I mean by that is they've grown up in a bubble. They've grown up, and been told all these things and how the world is, and the world just isn't. I feel like the world isn't like that. But again, we're going to be told that we're wrong because we're white Anglo males, right?
Yeah, dude,
we're the most.
I realize that I'm going to be painted as like right wing no matter what, even though I'm not. Like I really do pull from both. More so the old school left wing, not this crazy new version of it, like it's more so like cannabis laws and things like that.
But freedom of speech.
Freedom
you can say whatever you want. I might not like it, but I'm gonna fight for you.
I don't give a shit. Yeah.
And
then but I'm also for like guns and shit like that. You know what I mean? And
protecting
so it's like
yourself,
protecting,
but also at the
same
time, I don't get. At the same time, I don't care if you're gay and you want to, whoever you want to fall in love with, that's your deal. I don't care. That's the other thing. I think that a lot of people think that there's still this big, huge prejudice against the sexuality types in people. And I feel that is
like the attack on trans. I don't understand that. Like, I think people are getting the idea of like, we just don't want this shit in front of like children and kids.
Yeah.
But then that becomes an attack on trans. Like, what the fuck? No, that's not an attack.
Same point. I don't.
Do whatever the fuck you want, but just don't fucking twerk in front of like a fucking 6-year-old kid, or do these like crazy book readings in front of them with your dick out.
Same reason that I don't. The same reason that I have friends that have kids who are young kids being like, "Hey, is that movie okay for my children to go see?" They aren't against that movie, but they're not necessarily sure they want their kids to go in there and get scared, because it's got adult themes. To me, it's that same thing. Like your kids are different, man. And here's the other thing. I was watching
them out of it.
I was watching this very interesting thing talking about linguistics the other day, and how they were talking about how language and the way that we use words, and how those words, you know, we can figure out different, like the N word, right? It has become such a bad word, but then people get scared because if you say the word colored person, right? Because colored person,
Well, words
and
change,
then
their meaning changes over time. Like, so like
yes.
the word like retarded, for example, like I think it was like replaced Mongol or some other word, like,
Mhm.
and then that becomes wook, and then they get a new word, and then that word becomes wook. Like every
Yes.
word over time eventually
And now
becomes wook.
people are scared to say, you know, African American, because they think they're gonna, that if you say that, you're gonna be considered racist, or if they say Mexican, you're gonna be racist. No, like why are we putting that? Why are we, you know, why are we letting that happen? Words are, it's so crazy. The hate for a word has become, you have to walk on eggshells everything you say. And even if it's saying things
Especially on
that have
YouTube.
nothing to do with hate or prejudice or racism, you're worried that you're going to get called out for that because you think, you know what I mean? Like, it's scary, dude. It's
Dude,
scary.
Jordan,
So,
when the pandemic was happening, like when Jordan was like 17, she used to have like her hair in dreads for like a summer, and there's like pictures
Mhm.
of it on Instagram, and some random woke person tried to cancel her and because okay, so
Appropriation,
this
yeah.
person tried to get Jordan to share all of this like what content. She's like, you need to share all of this, and Jordan's like, I don't want to get involved with any of this. Like, why are you even sending this to me, you know? And then the
Yeah.
person like tried canceling her by posting pictures of her with the dreads, saying yeah, she's culturally appropriating
Appropriation, yeah.
them and all this stuff, and that so by not sharing it, she's racist. You know what I mean? Because like, and I
Yeah.
was like, and Jordan is like the nicest, sweetest, most non-racist person I've ever
That's what
met in
I'm
my life.
saying.
So I'm like,
That's what
what
I
the
mean.
fuck? I mean, they
Yeah,
didn't do
like,
anything because this person like didn't have like a following or anything, so it like went nowhere. But it
do
fucking
you
destroyed.
think
It destroyed Jordan's soul, dude. For like 3 days, I felt so bad for her. We like left town. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Just to get her mind off of it. It sucked.
Do you think that can be more harmful than being like the person that they're saying they are, mistakenly calling somebody out for it? Because I feel like at that point, that person could never have even had a racist thought in their mind, or a prejudiced thought in their mind, or a
You mean so they're
sexual.
projecting?
But but because you said that they are, now they're going to be mad and be like, you know, that's going to cause them to think a certain way in the future. Like now they're not going to want to do something because now you're going to be called a racist or prejudiced or an ableist or
Well,
whatever an
when you
is
have
is.
when you have a business now where you have like, clients and stuff, you have to walk that line.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It sucks
Yeah. Yeah.
because people will like go see somebody else because of your political views now, just because literally everyone wears it on their fucking sleeve now, dude. It's pathetic.
Yeah. It's so interesting, man. It's so
It's only
interesting.
gonna get worse these next couple of years with the re-election coming up, dude.
Yeah, man.
It's just gonna get fucking crazy and more wild like these next couple of
Well,
years, I think.
is there any that with that being said, like, do you see any hope in any of it?
No.
Yeah, that's the problem. That
Like
sucks.
not just that, like not only is there not any hope, but like all the crazy shit with the film industry, like the
Yeah.
writer strike.
Yeah.
And
Didn't
then
something
today
just
that
happen?
dude, this is crazy. So, Nolan and the cast are promoting Oppenheimer right now. And the cast of Oppenheimer had to leave the premiere. I don't know if it was like before it started or in the middle of it, because the actors went on strike, and when the actors go on strike, you can't do film festivals, you can't do premieres, you can't promote things on social media. Like there's all these things you can't do, so they all fucking walked out. And these fucking companies, Netflix, Hulu, Disney, they all got together and they're like, well, we're just going to try to hold out till October because we know that's like when all of them will start losing their houses and shit, you know what I mean? And we're just going to bleed them dry. And I just saw a video today with Rainn Wilson. He's like talking on behalf of the Actors Guild, SAG, And he's like, yeah, now they want to like, if you're a background actor, which I've been a million times, they want to pay you for a day, which is like $150, you know, for like 12 hours. And then after that, they'll scan your body and your face, and they'll be able to use your likeness forever. That's like literally the first episode of Black Mirror that's out right now, like coming to life. Just that whole AI shit, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
content is literally like next year is dead. Like there's no movies going to be filmed. There's no you know. And
do you see? So it's funny you bring up the AI thing, because I had a big show last night that I did talking about AI in the comic book world, because it's really blown up. The comic book world, between artists getting caught using AI and saying it's not AI and lying about it, and
Sarah
then
Silverman suing for it. She's
really
the first person to because she for stealing her shit and using it, and everyone's like, you know, kind of on her side to kind of bring. I don't know how it's gonna go down, dude. I don't know how it's gonna work.
The problem that I see is that no matter what we think, there's two lines, right? There's the line of what we think is right and wrong, and then there's the line of what makes money. And even the most righteous person who says it's all about, you know, your character and how you handle things, if they're running a business, that all goes out the window for most people, because if it's business, it's okay. And the freight train of AI in the business world is going to save a ton of money for businesses, right? Comic artists you're not going to have to pay a comic artist anymore to do a book. Deadlines are going to be non-existent. DC and Marvel's not going to have to pay creator rights, because they can come up with their own stuff just by doing a couple prompts. Like
even like video editors, dude. And then like I was talking to you before the show, eventually doctors and stuff, because you could type in your blood work and all your lab results into AI, and it'll give you a better diagnosis than the asshole dude in the lab coat that spent like 8 minutes with you.
yeah.
But yeah, dude, these writers, man, I didn't realize like how bad they actually got screwed, and how like one of the writers for Daredevil, like he wrote like one of the most popular famous episodes, is like his check's like $360, like it ain't shit, you know. In the meantime, Bob Iger from Disney, he just signed an extension to like 2027 to 2028.
Yeah.
He's making like anywhere from 26 to 40 million a year.
Yep.
And another fucked up story, dude, is the guy from what was that Korean was it a Korean show where they were playing the games and shit? What was that show called on Netflix? It was huge.
Oh yeah, Squid
Games. Okay, so the creator of Squid Games, dude, he had that for like 10 years, and he was broke as fuck, right? And he just fucking could not find any to buy it or back it up, whatever. Finally, he pitches it to Netflix. Netflix is like, yeah, we'll give you the money to make it, but you have to sign the whole idea to us. Like, we own it now, right? So he, you know, he's broke as fuck, so he does that. Becomes the biggest show ever on Netflix. It literally increases their value by $600 million. Dude didn't get like shit. He didn't like get like a proper payday for it. You know what I mean? He got like completely screwed out of that. That sucks, dude. You need to fucking share that shit with the creators, because, dude, could you imagine AI writing? Right? It's like fun to look at when you're playing around, but like, I don't know. Let me ask you this: could you really watch a movie that was created with AI writing?
Not what they do now, but what I will say is this: I think that there are avenues to use AI that is great, right?
Oh yeah,
I see things like there's this artist that I'm friends with. His name's Television, and he comes from the music industry. He's a videographer in the music industry, and he works with a lot of music artists and hip hop artists and stuff. But he also is an artist himself, and he created this really cool AI comic book where, he uses the help of AI in his project, but he's got a thought process of where he wants to take it. He's got the storyline that he wants to use. He's got the idea of how he wants it to look. So for the most part,
he just uses it as a tool.
Yes. And I don't know if they're going to be able to stop people from using AI for only those things, right? The things that we say it's okay.
So like
And what do we say it's okay is based on, you know, how we're feeling at the moment, whether the water's lukewarm or cold, you know?
Yeah, like I think a great tool for it, as far as for filmmaking, for example, is for storyboards. So it's like if I had a movie or something I'm going to shoot and I need to show my team, I suck at drawing, right? Ridley Scott will just draw his own, but I could just get it on AI and frame the shot how I want it, and then show. It's not actually going to ever make it into the film. It just shows my team, this is how we're shooting the shot today. You know what I mean? Like I think that would be a fucking great tool to use.
Yeah.
Just people figure out things like that to make things easier and faster,
Yeah.
But dude, this film shit's just crazy to me. I realize a lot of things personally, dude, because I've been like pitching the sound guy and trying to like, at one point I had a dream of like getting picked up by Netflix or Hulu and things like that. And I realized, well, first of all, I can't enter in any more film festivals because, at least the major ones, because there's no more film festivals and stuff like that. But it's like, do I really want to, sell my idea to these guys? Not that they even would, but say it ever did come to that, and then have them like say, oh, you can't do this, because how they'll get involved with like different scenes and shots and stuff like that. And it just made me realize, dude, I think I just want to create my own lane and just put the sound guy out on the sound guy website, and not even Amazon, dude. Say fuck it, and then maybe make like 50 to 100 DVDs and sell those, see how those go, and then just keep reordering if those sell well, because I don't want to fucking deal with any of these fucking. I think it's time to like create my own lane in a sense, you know what I mean? And like fuck Netflix, fuck Hulu and all that shit, you know what I mean? I don't know, fucking I don't know, dude. What do you think of that? Am I stupid for
No, I think that's a great idea, and I think that it gives you full autonomy over if what you make is good. Yeah, it does take luck. I mean, look at like the
I know
Squid
this is
Game guy.
I know this will be like the longer route, because like it'll be word of mouth, you know what I mean? It won't have obviously the eyes that those companies have, but I believe in it, and I think people will fucking suggest it to each other and shit,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think it's a great idea, man, to be able to like. The great thing about technology is that we can all use it. The bad thing about technology is the fact that there's the AI stuff, and that also they can use it, and that they can stop us from using it. And by I mean they, I'm talking about big business, big corporations, big pharma. Like they're going to use that against us to make more money for them, right? YouTube. If a big advertiser comes in and say, hey, we don't like this, guess what? You're gone. Peace.
Well, can I ask you your opinion then? Because there's 3 different platforms that I was thinking about putting it on, and there's pros and cons to each, and then you tell me your opinion, okay? So I was thinking about putting it on YouTube. The pro of it would be maximum reach and easily shareability, like everyone can just share it to whoever, when, at any time, right? The cons is the censorship part, like the kind of content that's on there. It could get a strike and just get taken down. Like that's a kind of gamble that I would have to take with that, right?
Yeah.
Then there's Amazon. I could charge and rent, like say like $5 to rent it. Amazon Prime wants to censor 2 of the scenes. One of the scenes with Bobby Buttrock, and there's like a fictional web link on there, but they want me to take that down, and it's like that sucks. Like that's
a big part
of the bit, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then so there's, but Amazon Prime kind of makes it look like it's professional and shit like that, like, oh, it's on Amazon Prime, whatever. But the sound guy, the pro is that like I don't have to do anything to it. I don't have to worry about censorship. It'll always be there. Anyone could get it at any time.
Yeah.
But the con is that like
somebody
people
can steal your idea.
No, I don't. No, not that. Just like the shareability of it, you know what I mean? Sometimes people can't figure out how to pull up websites on their TV, you know what I mean? Just little things like that, you know what I mean? So
that's a great question. If there's anybody out there that is listening to this and has some advice on that matter, one of the things that I'm going to be doing I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con the next week, and that's going to be one of my big things is to be, I plan on, talking about the sound guy to anybody that I can to talk about it, because that's one of the things is being in the right place where there's people that would be interested in it, that might be able to help it, and those people need to see it. So having the ability to show them that, whatever platform it's on, is a big deal, but having it on your own platform so nobody can censor it is even a bigger deal if you want to be able to show it to somebody the way you want to show it to them.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
So here's my biggest question. If you do that, is how do you put the video up there? Does the video just go up there as an MP3? Can you, or an MP4?
You're talking about on my website?
Yeah. Or do you have to use a framework? Because a lot of people use like Vimeo's framework.
No. It's built into the site.
Okay.
And then you can charge however much you want to rent. I was thinking maybe $3.99. And then you could put the time of like 24 hours, or they can have it for 48 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
that's a great idea.
So and then just tell people, then just promote the fuck out of the soundguyseries.com. And then like I said, I want to make 50 DVDs, but then it'd be fun to do like excuse me, DVD commentaries. So like I could have like you come over and like another one of the actors watch it and set up some mics while you guys like just get high and talk about it and shit. And then sell like 50 DVDs. And then if those sell well, I'll get 50 more, and just be kind of cool to have like physical media of it too, And then maybe it could just be like one of those like word of mouth things, you know what I mean?
I think that's a great idea. Yeah. I think you should do that. Okay.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Well, I do fucking wanted to get into some of the UFO shit if you wanted, dude. And if you have
I got a couple of things to talk about. There wasn't much craziness. I mean, there's always craziness going on in the UFO world, but lately it's about the same stuff. But there are some couple interesting new things that are going on that we definitely want to go over. So,
all right, let's get into it. This is the UFO Report with Bryan McClay.
Congress back at it, man. Rubio is like a bulldog out there. Tim Burkett, is it Burkett? He's another guy that's being a bulldog out there. There's a lot of guys that want to see what's going on. This was recently a Marco Rubio interview, which is very interesting. Check this out. Senator Marco Rubio on Hannity.
Materials to make advances in our...
You're on the Foreign Affairs Committee, and you're really involved in foreign affairs. There've been a lot of articles lately about UFOs. I know this question is a little out there. Is there any truth to any of this?
Well, we don't know. All I've said is we have people that have very high clearances, both today and in the past, who did really important work for our government or continue to do important work for the government, who have come forward with some claims about the U.S. having in the past recovered exotic materials and then reverse engineered those materials to make advances in our own defenses and technologies. That's the claim they make. Now, I don't know if those claims are true or not. What I do know is that one of two things is happening here. Either they're telling the truth, and that is something that obviously would be the biggest story in human history, or we have people in really important positions of government who are crazy and who are out there making up stories and who are still in positions of importance. Either one is a big problem.
Right? That's a great point to make. What would you rather have? Or what is more likely? Yeah, there's some crazy people out there, but I don't think that they're going to get brought into the Senate. Like, I mean, there are a couple of them that are just nuts.
They're all nuts, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Dude,
think
am I
Rubio's
tripping
nuts.
am I tripping, or does this guy have big ass fucking long ears?
Look at that pause point. That's a very interesting pause point.
Dude, that motherfucker's an alien, dude. Look at his ears. That's crazy. I mean, my ears suck, but holy shit.
Do you remember I think it was last week, maybe a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about there was a Reddit post that a guy put on Reddit. He said he was a microbiologist, and it kept getting taken down. Do you remember me talking about that? And him talking about all this stuff?
I don't think so.
So yeah, this was I think I talked about it last week or so, but there was a post put on Reddit of a microbiologist, and I know we give Linda Moulton Howe a lot of shit, but Linda Moulton Howe was smart. Yeah, I agree with you on a lot of it, but Linda Moulton Howe
clip that
went and saved and downloaded all the stuff on Reddit and re-uploaded it to her page because they were taking it down from Reddit, and it's very interesting, dude. They talk about how. One of the things that they talk about, and I'm gonna drop this link in chat, and I'll put it in the description if you guys want to check it out. But it's just go to earthfiles.com, and it's one of the main posts. But what this microbiologist talks about is that at these grays are. And we've heard this before. These grays are exobiospheric organisms, is what they're calling them in these government words, right? And this is crazy. So the EBOs are morphologically very similar to gray aliens that are a part of modern folklore. So they're a different species, which is crazy. You know, we're hearing all about all these different species. But the gray skin is, in fact, a biosynthetic film which serves to protect the EBO from a hostile environment. And this is the part that's so crazy and cool to me. You remember how everybody always talks about when they're around any of these aliens, the horrible smell of ammonia?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So this biologist says what we've figured out over the last 40 or 50 years by finding these bodies and finding live ones is that not on all of them, but on these ones that he's calling EBOs, the gray skin is like a suit. It's a biological, but it's almost like fabric, right? And it protects the organism from whatever they're around. And he said one of the things that this biologist said that was so crazy to him is that they didn't have any waste. Where are they getting their waste? They don't have any, they don't have holes, basically.
They don't have a butthole.
Right?
They don't
have a
holes.
butthole. They don't have genitals. They don't have any of that, right? So how does the waste get out of their body? Every like living thing has to get rid of waste somehow. Well, here it is. So that film is the suit. When you peel that away from them, the way that they get rid of their waste is they sweat it out, and the smell of the sweat is the ammonia.
Smell like shit. Damn.
Yeah, is the ammonia smell, and that's how they're getting rid of the waste, which is crazy to me. But it was very interesting because Linda Moulton Howe did replay a video the other week or interview that she had the other week where she interviewed in 2006 I don't know if he was in the military, but he was he worked for a guy that was a flight surgeon in the military. And I just want to play a small part of this because this is super interesting. Hold on here. All right, here we go.
Sequoia asked what was wrong.
And here we go.
Close quote. A microbiologist reported this information. Quote, and the gross anatomy of the exobiospheric organisms is very similar to the gray.
I already played that. Hold on, sorry. It's right here.
Had other people around.
Here we go.
For the size of the body face.
I just want to find the beginning of this. I apologize.
You can't ever take off this base, and you can't ever talk about it to.
Okay, so what he's explaining is he worked for a flight surgeon in the military, and this flight surgeon had been called in back in the 50s or 60s to Wright-Patterson in the middle of the night to go work on something, right? And he's explaining that right now, and this is very interesting. Check this out.
anybody unless you're addressed by your superiors. And that what you're about to go through, you have to only talk about with your superiors and with no other members of the military, nobody below you, nobody in the medical end of all the people that he dealt with on a daily basis. He couldn't discuss it with them. He could only discuss it when it was brought up by his superiors, and he could never take it off base. And there wasn't anybody in the world he could talk to. He couldn't talk to his priest. He couldn't talk to his wife. He couldn't talk to anybody about it. And that if he ever was found out that he discussed what was about to happen with anybody, it could end up destroying his military career and could even end up in court-martial.
Wow.
And before he could say anything or ask questions, he said they immediately were walking up a hall.
This is crazy.
And his head was swimming by all this. What can this possibly be that I'm having to enter into a whole new world here of relationship with the military? And before he could get an answer, somebody walked up to him and handed him a clipboard, and on it was a notepad, and it even had like a pen or something attached to it, and they handed him a mask. And he said, "What's this for?" He said, "Just put it on." And when he walked around the corner, there were 2 more generals, one that he knew from the base, and another general he did not know. And now he was really terrified because he's in the presence of 3 command structure generals. It never happened in his life that he was in that kind of position. And before he could ask any questions, he was walking up a hall towards a door, and there was a building he'd never been in, and there was a window in the wall that you could look into the next room. And inside, of course, this is in the middle of the night, there was like lights set up, and he saw a photographer, and he wondered, what am I going to look at? And again, he thought through his mind a crash, because they were taking pictures inside, and it just went through his mind, they've got bodies here. Because of
And what I want to key in on is, remember, one of the important things is the fact that he's saying that there was photographers there and also film cameras, right? Because, you know, that whole alien autopsy thing that came out years ago that found out to be fake, it's based on a real film that is shown to people who are let in the know. By the way, shout out to Sean Little for joining up for the membership.
Oh shit!
Much
Thanks,
love,
Sean.
brother.
Fuck yeah, dude. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, here we go. Let's continue.
Sean
what he
rules.
could see, but he couldn't tell what it was about because it was just a glimpse. And the door opened, and he was told to walk in. Nobody warned him about what he was about to see. There were other doctors in the room, and from your scientific expertise, being a medical doctor, observe, and anything that comes to your mind, take notes. And when he walked in, he saw that there was an autopsy going on. There were 2 medical doctors dressed up in garb. They had a body on a table.
And these aren't real. These are just pictures.
I know. It
to-
just reminds me of
yeah.
ST. That's why I was laughing.
Yeah.
Not at
Yeah,
the,
it does.
the-
Yeah.
Not at the shit.
Straight up Homer Simpson.
And
Shout
that
out
there
to
was
ST.
lights on this, and that there was camera equipment, both motion picture and a man taking still photography, and that there were 2 other men along the wall that he later found out that all 5 of them were doctors, and at one room they were all military doctors. There were 2 tables side by side, and on the 2 tables were 2 dead alien beings. He said that one of these alien beings looked perfectly normal, that you didn't see anything wrong with it, but it was obviously dead. But the alien being on the table next to it was just the opposite. It was horribly burned, had a horrific wound in one of its legs, but the look on its face, he couldn't forever forget it, was the look of anguished horror at the moment of its death. And it was frozen on this being's face. The autopsy was already going on. He couldn't say anything to anybody. He was just frozen in silence. He said the stench was unbelievable, and that he was overcome by the situation and wanted to vomit, but he knew he couldn't. He wanted to run out of the room, but he knew he couldn't. He said that these were obviously living creatures, and unlike any kind of living creature that he'd ever seen before. But he said it was like they weren't real, like they were dolls or something. These creatures didn't have any signs of age. I said, "You're talking wrinkles?" He said, "Exactly. They didn't look like they were wrinkled. They looked like big 4-foot dolls. They were not powerful beings." The first thing about them that he noticed right away was when they were looking at one of the eyes. He said, "I got the distinct impression that this eye that they were examining, it wasn't anything like a human eye, and it didn't even look like some kind of living creature's eye." He said it was more like an optical instrument from a camera. It didn't look living. It looked mechanical.
So the reason why I wanted to play this is to remind
Who's that?
everybody.
Oh,
That was the voice of Ronald Secoy. He was a whistleblower that worked for that guy who was telling the story. Basically, Ronald said he went to work one day to work, and his boss they were eating lunch together, and his boss just started crying. And he was like, "What's going on?" And the boss was like, "If I tell you something, would you promise not to tell a living soul?" And he had to get it off because he had never talked to anybody about it. And here he is telling everybody about it, on YouTube. But it's very interesting. But the reason why I bring this up is because remember how we talked about that whistleblower thing that whistleblower thing is more and more whistleblowers are going to come out and start verifying these stories. And that's exactly what's happening. More and more whistleblowers are coming out. They're verifying these stories. And it's very interesting because all these old stories are starting to make more and more sense. But anyways, if you get a
Just
chance,
really quick, that picture that you showed before, is that proven fake? Or do you guys believe that picture?
Yeah, that picture that with the alien on the thing with
where he's laying there and it's burned and shit.
Yeah, that's fake. That was from Ray Santilli's alien autopsy film that he did. But it's based on a real film that supposedly is shown to people, when they get brought into the program. Yeah. So if you guys get a chance, earthfiles.com, the whole thing, she saved the whole thing from Reddit of the it says, from the late 2000s to the mid 2010s, I worked as a molecular biologist for a national security contractor in a program to study exobiospheric organisms. I will share with you a lot of information on the subject. Feel free to ask questions. And after this thread started getting big on Reddit, it started disappearing. Parts of it started disappearing and more parts started disappearing. And everybody started downloading it. They're taking it off. And she got the whole thing. So if you want to read the whole thing, it's there.
Dude, there's nothing worse than Reddit moderators. They're like the biggest fucking dorks.
Yeah.
I hate Reddit moderators.
They feel like they got a bunch of power.
So I know, they're the biggest fucking dorks.
Yeah, they feel like they have a bunch of power. But one of the biggest things that's been going on over the past couple days is the fact that Ross Coulthart went on to...
This shit's crazy.
Yeah, went on to and did an interview where he was talking about the fact that he knows of a story that a UFO crashed, and the UFO was so big that they couldn't take it somewhere. So they literally built a building around it. So
like a structure
around it to hide it from the public.
So now everyone's like speculating
where that is.
That can be like anything from the pyramids to, I've seen some spots in Asia. I saw this one. Where's this one
at? South Korea.
Yeah,
so
South Korea,
supposedly the story is that it's not in the USA where it's at, but the US is the ones that went to go get it, right? And because they couldn't get it, they literally built something around it. So this is a place
like something out of Star Trek right there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So that's another very interesting thing.
Do you have the clip of him talking about it? Because
I do. Let me find it real quick.
I like that he mentions that. It's fun, but I also hate how he just does. He like knows about it, but just doesn't say where it is or what it is. It's like, motherfucker, just spit it out. What the fuck?
Yeah.
He's probably gonna. I don't know.
Heart.
Because he claims to know where.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna find it.
I think most people are just thinking it's the pyramids, though, dude.
All right. All right, here we go. So this is him talking about the fact that the CIA has been funding archaeological excavations, to find UFOs that crashed during ancient civilizations. So here we go.
Oh, look, I haven't been given any specific evidence, Irene, and indeed the evidence that I do have is the evidence of witnesses and sources who've spoken to me confidentially, largely from within the intelligence or the scientific community in America. But I mean, generally, without giving away secrets, what I can tell you is that a number of them have pointed to the fact that there are ruins of ancient civilizations that display technological mastery that is far beyond the stated age of those objects. A lot of the objects, for example, in the Cairo Museum that have been retrieved from some of the great archaeological discoveries in ancient Egypt, some as long ago as 5,500 years, which are, pre-dynastic Egyptian relics.
Crazy.
They display a technology and a mastery of technology involving the shaping of stone which is far beyond the technology, the known technology of that era. And it's interesting. I think a lot of people, if they actually bothered to look, would be able to actually inform themselves about the existence of files in the CIA library that show that America's premier intelligence service has spent a lot of time investigating ancient civilizations. Why is the premier intelligence agency in the United States devoting a considerable amount of time and money in the last 50 or 60 years to investigating ancient civilizations? And why has it secretly backed archaeological digs in different parts of the world?
That's such a great question. Why be secret about it? Like, why? That doesn't seem like anything sinister that, hey, you want to find out more about, history and this and that, but why be secret about it? Once you're secretive about it, it becomes more sinister. And it's funny. We were kind of talking about that with AI the other day. If you use AI in a professional setting and then you lie about it, it's sinister, right? If you would have just came out and said, yeah, I used AI to help me with this, what do you guys think? It wouldn't be as sinister. Here's what same thing when he's talking here. Yeah, the CIA and the FBI and these secrets, groups in the United States government. It's okay that they want to know more about archaeology and stuff, maybe to learn from the past. But when you're doing it in secret, that sounds like something's up there. You know what I mean?
There's another clip of him. It's just some other dude, and he talks about
I'm gonna grab that.
I just can't fucking find it.
Yeah, I got it.
I thought I had it in my bookmarks, but my bookmarks just completely disappeared on me.
Yeah, I have it. Hold on. I just gotta find it. Oh, I think this.
But then he acts all secretive, and you're
yeah.
like, motherfucker, spit it out. What the fuck?
Here we go. Check this out.
Yeah, this one.
More info about the giant UAP. You were quoted as saying some of the UFO craft in our possession are so big they cannot be moved. And you also hinted that these UFOs are being housed outside the U.S. and had to have a building built to house them. Now, I'm a journalist, Ross, and I've seen some of the other interviews. You got to give me something here. You got to give me a letter, a continent. What more can you tell us about this?
One of the things that I've learned to respect, Joel, is there are some things in this UAP field that are being kept very secret for a good reason. The source who told me about the large craft that allegedly is being stored inside a building in a foreign country outside of the United States assured me that it was safe for me to reveal that such an object exists, but it would be extremely dangerous and compromise worthy US national security imperatives were I to reveal the location.
That's crazy.
And I know there are people out there who on social media have said I should just recklessly reveal the location. And I don't think they understand the obligations that I'm under as a journalist. I'm not a UAP activist. I really don't give a shit one way or the other what people think, frankly, if they're upset. I'm sorry to upset you, but not to be disrespectful, but the simple fact is that I'm under an enormous ethical obligation to my sources. And there are multiple corroborative sources that have told me about this. I've been able to verify the location. Simple fact is I can't reveal it, and I really can't say any more. I'm sorry about that. But one of the things that I think will soon become apparent, hopefully in the not too distant future, is why I've made the decision that I can't reveal any more than that. And it's basically not because I have any doubt about the evidence. I'm pretty confident, frankly. The simple fact is that I'm not one of these people that subscribe to the belief that the United States intelligence or defense community are all evil people. I've had US soldiers covering my back in combat situations in Iraq and Afghanistan, and I have a respect and an admiration for the US defense and intelligence community. I am not about to say or do anything that compromises your national security or mine.
That's fucking... I have a lot of respect for Ross for that, because that being a journalist used to be held to a high standard, a higher standard, right? Because you didn't give up you didn't have to give up your sources, because if you give up your sources, one, they're not going to trust you anymore.
Yeah, that's
and
what I
then
was
you're-
gonna say. Like that's one. The
Yeah.
other angle is that he, you know, if he reveals it, he realizes he's really close to probably even more information that he could get,
Mhm.
right? And it's probably better just to keep his mouth shut, because yeah, if he says it, he'll ruin all those relationships.
Not just those relationships he already has, but any future ones, because then your reputation
Yeah,
is known.
yeah.
And
Good
and
point.
you know,
Yeah.
on a smaller level, you know, we kind of deal with that on a much smaller level, to where, you know, say we're interviewing somebody, or we bring somebody on a show, or this and that, and you know, there's certain things that they tell you that, like, hey, I really don't want this to be talked about publicly, you know, kind of behind the scenes. And you don't want to talk about those things, one, because, you know, you don't want to ruin something for somebody, but also you want a reputation going forward, that that person is going to go say, you know what, those, I have respect for those guys. Those guys not only treated me well, I was comfortable with them. And
I don't
you
think
know,
we've had anyone ever like say don't talk about this. Like when we used to have guests all the time. Nobody
Yeah.
really was like, oh, let's not talk. I had a couple of people like message me after, and they realized they said a couple of things and wanted me to edit it out. And I was like, oh yeah, but they're right.
That's what kind of stuff I'm talking about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, but to me, it's so important to that your name, in that, you know, those people will go tell other people, yeah, man, I had a really good time with those guys. You should go do it. Same thing in the journalist world, you know. Hey, this guy is very trustworthy. I trust him. He, you know, he didn't do anything sketchy. I didn't have to worry about anything with him. And that's especially a big deal in the, you know, cloak and dagger world of espionage, UFO secrets, you know, stuff like that. So
No, he's playing it right.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just disappointing to us as like we just want to, you know some shit.
Yeah, everybody wants to know
So do
what's
you have
going
any
on.
guesses for what you
Ideas?
think it's
No,
at? Or ideas? Yeah.
yeah, I think that South Korean one is very interesting, you know, because they're friendly to the United States. I could see, you know, them letting us go do whatever we need to do there, them telling us
Kind of want
about
to
it, you
do
know, as
like
soon as it happened.
kind of want to go on down a rabbit hole and just see other people's theories, you know, just
Oh,
check.
Reddit
Yeah.
is crazy with those theories right
Yeah,
now.
I
I mean,
love to do that, dude.
but that's another great thing, you know, ever since Google Earth and the ability to see, you know, the world in ways that we've never been able to see it before. There's a lot of things that are even hidden from Google Earth, but there's a lot
Oh
of things
yeah.
that aren't, you know.
Yeah.
So
There's some weird
people
shit on
know.
Google Earth.
Yeah. There was a couple interesting sighting stories that have come out. This is a sighting that
Nice.
happened in 2003, but the witness never released any information. But as far as I know, because they were, you know, there was a stigma, a bad stigma associated with it. But check this out. This is in Wisconsin, February 2003 in Wisconsin. A witness sees lights in the sky. At first glance, thinks it's a balloon, but realizes it's a disc-shaped object. She grabs her camera and snaps 3 photos of as the UFO departs. Check this out. Tell me what you think.
What year did she take these pictures again? Sorry.
2001 or 2003.
So she like shot it on film and had it like go or like on her shitty phone.
No, it was digital, I believe. She says here she grabs her camera and snaps, because at that time everybody had digital cameras in 2003.
Yeah, and they were
I don't
dog
even think
shit.
they're. Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's pretty interesting.
that was pretty wild.
Yeah. So that's where it happened in
Did anybody else see it?
Waga.
Was there any other angles? Maybe?
Well, I saved the comments. Let's take a look at the comments. So here's in the night. Oh, these are other sightings, I guess, that the person's going through. Look at all these sightings. Holy cow.
There should be just endless sightings with everyone. My phone shoots in
know.
8K, dude. We should have like the dopest footage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if we get if I see UFO, dude, I'm gonna. Well, actually, I take that back, because I did see an object in the air, and I have to admit it is kind of hard to frame it and follow it.
One of the big places that is always talked about as in the UFO world is Pine Gap, Australia. And it was always interesting to me because it was talked about as it was an American base in Australia. And if you guys don't know history about the moon landings and the Apollo program, I believe the United States put a listening post in Australia for whenever the astronauts were at a place, in the orbit or in space where they couldn't talk to us at the United States. So they had to have a place on the other side of the world. So they put this place in Australia. And, they kind of created a relationship with Australia, but they have this secret base there in Pine Gap. And this is a place that a lot of people are talking about could be the place, where they built a building around it. But yeah, so that's very interesting. If there's anybody out there,
you could feel like that could be hundreds of places,
Yes.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
so
I
many
agree.
places, just like crazy structures around them, or it could be any military base.
Let's see if any of these people put any interesting posts. What is this? Let's see what this is.
County, California, under North Carolina.
Him and Lou fucking are always going at it, huh?
Yeah, this guy. I'm not a fan of Steve Greer at all. But
yeah, people think he's a fucking psyop.
Yeah.
In Orange County, California, underneath an office building, and he was also had dealt with a facility outside Seoul, South Korea, where there was a huge extraterrestrial vehicle that they had downed with apparently some type of electronic warfare system that was they had to carve out a huge part of the mountain just to contain this object because it was too big to move to any other site.
So that South Korea site sounds like the best one so far. Man, it's very interesting. I really hope that Linda Moulton Howe doesn't die before they announce this.
I do.
No, you don't. Get out of here.
You have to. When you do end it, there's a certain way you do have to end it. There's a set thing that you say every time. We should make t-shirts of it. Actually, I know
I'm not done yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
but make sure you say it.
Check this out. UFO sighting in the Oklahoma Sand Springs on July 5th. This is pretty interesting. That's fucking creepy.
Hey, the end of the world is coming. I'm telling you, bro.
Wait a
Caleb
second.
sent me the storm.
On my phone, look. You can see a black dot up there. What the hell?
So, two things about this. Watch the shape of it and listen to what he's saying about his phone.
Dude, that's a UFO. Dude. It just
It's
disappeared.
a bag. It looks like a bag,
disappeared.
like a balloon.
What the?
These guys are just stoned.
No,
fucking
I don't know what that is. What the fuck is that?
Hey, the end of the world is coming. I'm telling you, bro.
Wait a
Caleb
second.
sent me the storm.
On my phone, look. You can see a black dot up there.
So he's saying, I guess he couldn't see it with the naked eye, but through the phone you could see the dot. When he goes in on the dot,
Oh, what's it? See that other thing that comes out?
exactly, yeah. But remember what Fravor, the pilot, said about these objects, that they look like they were boxes, but it was invisible boxes, and there was something in the middle of the box, like a ball in the middle of the box. Remember him talking about that?
Yeah.
And that's what this kind of looks like.
What the?
What is that line thing though?
That's the weird thing, right?
What
That
the
line
fuck is
thing.
that? I've never seen
Yeah.
anything like that before. That looks weird
Yeah.
as fuck. It's like on War of the Worlds when they like shoot down. They're
Yes.
shooting down their ships
Yeah.
into the ground.
But we're getting close.
That's
We are
it right
getting
there.
close. So,
Yeah.
so what up, Luis? How's it going, brother?
Word. Well, I just have to take a fucking quick piss if you want to get into hour, I guess, 2 and get super stoned and show each other some.
Oh yeah, brother.
I guess
Let's
I
do
got
it.
a bunch of fun videos to show you and stuff. So.
All right.
All right, guys. We will be back in just like 2 minutes, and we'll get into hour 2, and we'll get super stoned, and we got some funny and fun shit to talk about. We really appreciate you hanging out. And also make sure to let us know what strain you are smoking. If it's a sativa, indica, the strain name. We pick a random person each week and send out some stickers and magnets. And I've said this before, if you don't smoke, just lie. We will be right back.
I got it.
Summertime's coming up, and you know what that means.
A stinkier ball sack is on the way.
And if you're like McClay, not only do they stink, but you probably have been growing them out since November. But they deserve better.
And we're here to help.
The Performance Package 4.0 has arrived, and oh man, is it a game changer. Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. You get the Weed Whacker ear and nose trimmer, the Crop Reviver ball deodorant, the Crop Preserver, the boxers. You even get a traveling bag.
So get 20% off and free shipping with promo code Bogcast at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with promo code Bogcast. Trust me, your balls will thank you.
Good shit.
We are back. We just got to get rid of that fucking... We're already stoned, guys. I got it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. What did
Fuck, man. You know how like devastating it is to just have like hopes and dreams of working some way in the film industry, and then not only just to see it fall apart in front of you, but like just all these like wook actors, you know what I mean? They're like, it's just like I'm almost like ashamed. Like that's kind of going back to the things I was talking about earlier about creating my own lane and shit. But like, I don't know, man. What do you think about all that? What, like, as someone who's kind of, you kind of know about it because you've acted in the Sound Guy and stuff, and you see me do this shit. But you also know a lot about film and movies and stuff, dude. And it's just like what's his name? Ron Perlman. That guy's a fucking dork.
Yeah.
Like I'm leaving Twitter. I'm going to Threads. It's like,
yeah.
You've left Twitter like 100 times, motherfucker. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that saying, "Don't meet your heroes because they're gonna disappoint you." But that's why people say that, because of things like that. Look at Trent Reznor, Jack White. Sometimes
I used to think Ron Perlman was the baddest motherfucker, dude. I mean, we were fans of his since the 90s.
Yeah.
What's that one you showed me? One of his first films, Children of the Lost City?
Yeah. Children of the Lost City.
And then, I was a Sons of Anarchy fan. That show was pretty dope. Did you ever watch that?
No, wait. Is it Children of the Lost City? Why am I so...
Or City of the Lost Children.
City of the Lost Children. Jesus.
Sorry. Duh. Yeah, we're stoned.
City of the Lost Children. Yeah, that's definitely it. Yeah, man. You know what? I think that I don't think that's a terrible thing for you to feel that way, because it shows how much you care about not just filmmaking and film, but the community that's based around filmmaking, right? It means, you know, it's the same thing with me when I see like fuckery going on in the comic book collecting community. I feel shitty because I love that
You just wanted to
community.
you just wanted to
and I
do
want it to
well. Yeah, I
thrive.
want it to
Yes.
thrive. I want everyone to succeed. I want, you know what I mean? I want as much fucking movies as we can get, not just these fucking huge blockbusters like Marvel movies and shit like that, but like bring back the independent films, you know what I mean? Like there hasn't been like really good remember in like the 90s and 2000s, dude? There's always some movie that like failed at the box office that was just turned into just like a gem, right? Like
Yeah.
Fight Club, for example, or Office Space. We were talking about this last week, actually. And yeah, man, I don't like, I want to create film and, you know, episodic television and all that shit still, but I just don't want to like be part of that system at
Yeah.
all, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's just,
Yeah. It's very interesting. And here's another interesting thing. Do you think that at some point, like with the AI happening and money being so tight and the artistry kind of being taken out of filmmaking and stuff because they want to, you know, make more money and that type of stuff, that the timing of these strikes and the timing of AI is going to make
oh, dude, it's going to change it. That's what part of me is worried about. Like all these people just losing their jobs. There's already people have lost their jobs to AI. So, for example, I forgot what film it is. It's a pretty big blockbuster film, but they needed like 200 extras in the background with a particular look, right? So normally you would have to pay each one of those extras $150 a day, feed them, pay for their wardrobe and all this shit. Well, instead of doing that, they just fucking AI'd it and AI'd the background and shit. And they didn't even have to, and they saved like I think $5 million or some shit just on that scene or something like that. Something crazy.
Yeah.
So if they're already using it, it's gonna completely, like, this big studios are literally trying to drain the writers and you know, make them homeless and shit, and then I don't know, maybe use AI to take over. I'm not sure.
Well, what there is a
thought.
couple. I'm glad you're bringing this up because it made me kind of forget something that I wanted to talk about on here, and that is.
Oh no, don't show this, dude, because we'll get a strike.
Well, I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to play it. I'm just
don't
gonna
play it, 'cause, we got a fucking huge strike for me showing
Yeah.
showed something last week, and they
No, I'm just gonna wait till it stops on
But
something.
yeah,
There we
dude,
go.
this blew me away.
Yeah. For those of you guys that might not have seen it, Joaquin Phoenix is going to play Napoleon, and it's a film by Ridley Scott, and this looks awesome, bro. It looks so fucking good.
It almost does it a disservice playing it like this because it's shot widescreen, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's so cropped like that. But
Yeah.
I'd watch the trailer on YouTube if you can, but I was fucking dude, it's rare for me to get excited about a movie now or like a trailer, but when I saw that trailer, I was like, what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
that scene when they're shooting at the pyramids.
Yeah.
That shot was so fucking sick.
The whole trailer was awesome, bro.
And then
that point that there's that one part where he's trying, like the government is trying to figure out what to do with all these people rising up, and Napoleon's like, I'll fix it for you. It's just going to be tough. And it shows Napoleon just taking a cannon and just blood and guts everywhere. And it was just like, holy shit.
And then you realize like Ridley Scott's like 130. And
Yeah.
he's still directing. Like, dude, it takes so much to make a film. You know what I mean? Like you're literally like 15-hour days as a director. And this motherfucker's in his 80s, just still direct. That blows me away just in itself, dude. That he can do that. I have a lot of respect for Ridley Scott. I know he's had like a lot of misses, but goddamn, he's a good director. And
I agree. And
Yeah,
this
he's a
here's
badass,
another
dude.
crazy thing about this to me. Joaquin Phoenix has some of the movies he's made, or almost all the movies he's made in the past like 5, 6, 10 years have like really been like weird. Like he plays a weirdo, you know, and they're not like normal roles. And this is like going back to like his old acting where he, you know,
Like
he
Gladiator.
like Gladiator, you know, and
Like,
he looks
yeah.
perfect as Napoleon.
The
Man.
only criticism I saw was that you know, Napoleon's supposed to be 30 and look a lot younger. Like he doesn't look
Yeah.
young enough, but I can
Yeah.
I can get past that because Joaquin's so
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm really stoked for that. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. That's another one of the movies that we're gonna have to go see when it comes out in the theater.
Yeah, I saw well, that's speaking of that, dude, we need to get our Oppenheimer tickets. So
when is it? When is it?
It drops on the next weekend. So I
I'll be
figured
in
maybe
I'll be in San Diego.
Yeah, I figured that. So I figured we just go that week after. It's kind of after
that'd be
it
perfect.
dies down and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
oh shit. As a matter of fact, let me show you this crazy
Maybe
shit, dude.
Monday, Tuesday morning. That'd be cool. Nate 138 says, but 30 back in the day would look like our 60-year-olds today. Yeah, good point. Good point.
Wait, say that. What was that again? Back then?
30-year-olds back then would look like 6-year-olds today because life was so brutal back then.
I know.
Yeah.
This is kind of crazy. This is like the IMAX film. Like it's 11 miles long and weighs like a motherfucker. It was so sick, dude.
Whoa.
And dude, Robert Downey Jr. just said that this is the best movies he's ever been in.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm like refusing to watch like any of the interviews or the press shit because I just don't want to I don't really want to know anything, you know.
I also heard a ton of, you know, directors and actors say that the Flash movie was the best superhero movie they'd ever seen too. So
did you end up watching that?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
It's a good, entertaining movie, but there are some things that are really bad. Really bad. Like there's the scene where Ezra Miller saves a bunch of these babies that are falling
I saw
out
that.
of a
I actually
building.
saw that. That looks bad. It looks bad.
Oh, terrible. And the way he runs is like really weird. Like he's got this weird thing he does with his hands where he does like
all gay.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking weird, bro. And
pull that up. I gotta see him run now, dude. That's funny. I didn't know that.
Let me see if I can find it.
I just, even honestly, before all that crazy shit that went down with him, I kind of thought he was annoying, and I couldn't imagine 2 of them in a movie. That just seems a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot of people said that was the weird part. Let me see here. Flash running weird. And why Flash run is weird. Oh, yeah. Is this it?
Isn't like the most important part is his run?
Yeah.
Like, what's the dude's name from the show? Is it Gus? Or wait, Grant Gustin?
Grant Gustin. Yeah.
I liked him, dude. He's good. He's
So do I. Let me see here. All right, here we go.
That.
Here we go. You want me to play this?
Well, yeah. I mean, we should be all right?
All right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Here we go.
Maybe no volume.
Oh, what is this?
What the fuck?
Anyways,
did you just get
Rickrolled?
Rickrolled, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway,
he just runs really.
That's the point.
Man.
So Steven Spielberg, I guess, predicted this like 10 years ago that at some point all these big blockbusters will flop and there'll be a big change in cinema, and that just happened with Flash. And because of that, they're not making like all these different comic book movies. That just happened with Indiana Jones. That just happened with a Pixar movie. I think it's called like Elemental or something like that.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst Pixar movies like of all time or some shit. And then Bob Iger, dude, he just have all this shit going down, does this interview today and says all kinds of wild shit. But one of the things he didn't mention was that he's going to completely slow down the Star Wars and Marvel content. Like he realized like he just did too much of it and oversaturated it.
That's a good idea. Yeah, slow it down and make it written better and thought out better. And hopefully this rumor about Kathleen Kennedy is going to be finally true.
That rumor's been going on for years.
I know.
Dude, I feel like she has something on Bob Iger and George and
yeah.
Because how the fuck could you keep her?
Sex tapes.
I don't get it. And now they're
I got mom spaghettied. Yeah.
They gotta just god damn that fucking.
Yeah, I agree. It's weird. It's weird. So, but well, real quick, speaking about another movie, did you see this, bro? 28 weeks later sequel has been titled 28 Years Later with Cillian Murphy and Danny Boyle returning.
I don't think that's actually confirmed because I saw an interview with Cillian promoting Oppenheimer, and it was just like yesterday, and he was just saying like he's open to the idea of it, but like I don't even know if it's like, is it real?
It says here, Danny Boyle said we're talking about it quite seriously, quite diligently. If he doesn't want to direct it himself, I'll be up for it. So it says here,
Danny Boyle has to do it.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy.
That would be dope, dude.
Yeah, wants to come back and direct with. It says here, Danny Boyle wants to come back and direct with Cillian Murphy to make a return to the franchise. If Cillian Murphy's down to make a return to the franchise,
I love like the behind the scenes on how they got that shot because they made it look like downtown London was there,
Yeah.
and they just had each angle for like a couple minutes, and they had like one take, and they just did it really fast. Like
that was felt very guerrilla filmmaking
so
style.
good.
Yeah,
The music's so awesome on that shit.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah,
hopefully it happens.
Have you ever seen is it called Valkyrie? That Tom Cruise movie?
Mm-hmm.
I think he plays a Nazi. It's actually not a bad movie.
Yeah.
I never noticed this scene though, dude. This is fucking hilarious.
We're showing this clip is not for any of those reasons. It's because if you freeze frame it at a certain point, Tom's ass looks enormous. And we got to show this to you. It's really just the biggest, juiciest ass shot that you're ever going to see. And nobody can explain why it looks so big, but it just does. Here it comes.
I know why.
And if we can just get it right there.
Holy shit!
Look at that thing.
It's like 2 medicine balls stuffed down his pants.
Yeah.
One deposit at the spank bank, please.
It's like it's full of Satan.
That's like a Rob Liefeld ass drawing right there.
Is blood allergic to bees?
Whoa!
I know what it is like a crash pad. You know what I mean? Because he probably like fell in the scene, or like he had to land on his ass. And then they just like, I don't know. I don't know if they didn't notice or like, oh, maybe no one will notice. But holy shit, bro! Look at that, dude. That's
it's so funny, man. That like this is a thing.
I love like I love behind the scenes shit like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you ever show you this?
I don't
Look
think
how
so.
big
but I've
this
seen-
husky is, bro.
Well, no, that's a Malamute for sure.
Oh, okay. That thing's huge, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
like,
why Fabius is so big, because he's a Siberian, but he's a Malamute mix. So
Yeah.
Siberians are usually like 40 to 60 pounds, and then Malamutes can get anywhere to like 90 up to 80, 90 pounds.
fucking big ass dog
Actually,
right
I
there,
have
bro.
a good dog one to show you, dude. This one's funny. This is normally like what Huskies do.
Uh-huh.
But I think this is a golden retriever. Yeah, golden retriever. Check this out.
This pup does not want to leave. He didn't know what to do.
I know he's gonna
He's like, come on.
Come on.
Oh.
All right.
These kids, and then
maybe we'll go.
Fabius does that shit.
Nope.
Sits on his haunches.
I don't think so, bud. My day's not over yet.
And he's sitting up on his back. He's gonna pick him
Gonna
up.
make him pick him up, yeah.
Yep.
It sucks picking up a dog, dude.
Yeah,
Like
especially
a big dog.
ass dog like that. Oh, that's great.
I would fucking imagine seeing that, dude, when you're eating.
That's so we spoil the hell out of our dogs, bro.
What's that?
That was good. That was good. This is one of the craziest things to me about music. I don't know, and it proves that saying, you know, when your parents always say that they didn't understand your music or they didn't understand the bands you like or the styles and this, and it just proves how that is constant throughout the generations.
Oh yeah.
How does this group have fans? Look at these dudes.
Is there music playing?
Like, look at these dudes.
I mean, you used to listen to ICP,
bro, but it just, it's so crazy, dude.
Are they big?
I don't know, but
How the fuck
I
did
just
you find them?
Just showed up in my
Is that Bam in their picture?
Yeah, that's Bam Margera. Yeah.
Why do they have a picture of Bam?
Colt Shada, 24,000 followers, part of a band
Dude,
called the
I think it's
Lonely
pretty-
Soldiers.
I think it's pretty universal, no matter what generation you ask, except for anybody like 24 and under. But I think everyone can agree rap just absolutely sucks right now. I've heard
Yes.
anyone from the old school legends talk about that, like from Ice Cube recently, Snoop, to even like the newer rappers, you know. And it's just like that. You can't understand what the fuck they're saying. The beat's always the same. It's
Yeah.
always like
Mumble rap,
about,
they call it. Yeah.
Doing drinking scissor and all that shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Ice
that's
Cube
what Sean
literally
said.
saying, literally, Ice Cube just started going on tour saying how he realized he's being used to promote degeneracy to Black America because the same people that own the record labels own the private prisons.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? So
Yeah,
he's like, I
man.
feel like he's
Big-
all speaking against it. And people are like ripping on Cube, like, you know, like, what are you what are you saying? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, dude, he's just like speaking facts.
Big investment groups, right? Blackthorn, whatever. They're just these big investment groups that anything that's money making, they need to go invest in it because they have to show a return to their investors. Yeah, GT Key says music has been devolving for 15 years now. Oof.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if like how this was staged or whatever, like how much Rick actually knew. This is Rick from Pawn Stars, but he's in where is he at? Might even explain it in the video, but check this out. It kind of explains it.
Hello, how's it going? Pretty good. How was the flight? Everything was great. Glad to know it. Let me check it here. It's fake. I don't know, Rick. Looks fake. I'm full of expert in this matter. Let me check with him.
Gotta get a guy to verify it.
How are you today? We're great. Just making sure this passport is 100% real. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna check right now. All right. Font is good. Colors are perfect. All right. Pictures well printed. So
Authenticating it.
yes. Yeah. This passport is 100% real. Thank you. You're welcome.
Just like the show. That was good, dude.
I talked to the expert and see everything good. Okay, so you have 180 days and enjoy all your country. Okay, welcome to El Salvador. That's a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
That was cool, dude.
I know that's the kind of content that I like on TikTok. Where I'm like, oh, this is creative. These fucking dudes working at the airport getting to shoot some shit like that. That'd be fun, dude.
One of the greatest foods as a kid that me and my brother loved so much that we talk about all the time that we can never find, and it was the consistency and the taste of these gummies, these shark bites. When we were a kid, they were called shark bites. Do you remember these? These are toys right here that somebody made, but this is the old school pouches. Bro, these were the best fucking gummies. And I couldn't believe it when I saw this. I got such a shot of nostalgia. So I want to know if anybody out there that's watching this, drop a comment if you're catching this on the replay, everybody in the live chat. If you guys remember shark bites, these were the best fruit gummies ever. They were so good, dude. And they had a special one, like a mako shark they added to it. That was so good. And it's one of those things as your childhood that I remember that was so good back then. Like, that's not good anymore, you know? So
there was like a cool TikTok where the guy, you know, like when you collect baseball cards and you put them in a book with the plastics, but instead of baseball cards, it was like every Kool-Aid packet ever made back from like the last like 20 years. He's like, I want to try this crazy one. And it was like, you know, 15 years old, and the comments were like, holy shit, I remember when that came out. It was like a limited one, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, fucking Kool-Aid.
That's nostalgia, bro. Yeah.
That's like what nostalgia. A collection, a Kool-Aid collection. I know we talked about this last week, dude, but it just continues to blow my mind. And it's that fucking
I'm so glad you're bringing this up. Yeah.
In Vegas. Like, holy shit, dude. Look how fucking badass that is, dude.
Yeah. It's amazing, dude. That jack-o'-lantern looks so good, dude. I love they're playing that sound. The Spider-Man sound.
I can't believe
that's
that
awesome.
Thing,
it is so cool.
The Las Vegas Fair is insane.
That one's dope. That doesn't even look real.
No. The eyeball to me is the coolest one.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
And the jack-o'-lantern. The eyeball and the jack-o'-lantern.
I like this one too.
Yeah.
This is the new
I love the fact that there's LEDs, or that there's same as the outside on the inside, so they can make it look like there's no walls. You know what I mean? They can
I see what you're saying, so it's like see-through.
Yeah.
I had a video that kind of explained it more, but just saying like how many, I think so many millions of LEDs or something like that they do it with.
This one right here, it's talking about 1.2 million.
And flash
Yeah, I'm
imagery
playing
on a
the video.
massive scale. Again, reportedly the world's largest. It was fully illuminated for the first time Tuesday night to celebrate the 4th of July. There's nothing like it. It's light years ahead of everything that's out there, says U2's The Edge while touring the venue in a recent Apple Music video. It's absolutely stunning to look up and see what's in front of you, says Rich Claffey, Sphere's chief operations officer. I've been in the entertainment business for almost 40 years. I've never seen anything like this, and I'm not exaggerating.
I agree.
The exterior will be illuminated every day and night with animations and other imagery, sometimes tied to the season. For example, it could transform into a giant pumpkin at Halloween and a snow globe at Christmas. The globe seats almost 18,000 people. This building was built for immersive experiences in cinema and performance. This is the ultimate 4D experience with even scent included in the immersion. Let us know what you think. Would you be taking...
Dude, it's
greatest
$2 billion,
building.
but it's gonna pay for itself by the concerts and all the events it's gonna bring, and then it's gonna bring extra revenue because all those hotels that live down there or by there, they're gonna want to. They have like a new thing to look at. They could charge more for those rooms, you know.
Well,
it's like
how about this, bro?
That's crazy.
I want a
dude.
miniature one.
Whoa!
Check this out. 24-inch. Look at it. You can do anything. How cool would that be to have behind you? Behind me?
Shit, dude. What the fuck?
Right?
Remember Minority Report when he was doing all the menus?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Look how cool that is, man.
Whoa!
So you can do your own. You can make your own eyeball, your jack-o'-lantern behind you. I'm gonna look into this, man. I wonder how much this thing is. It's probably like $10,000, right?
Have you seen the ones where you can actually like stand in those boxes and they make it look like you're there? That's on like
Yeah,
a
those are
white note.
cool.
We
Yeah.
should do a podcast like that where
Yeah.
you're like next to me. in
How
one of
can
those
we know the
boxes.
price of everything they publish will prior payment? Like, what is the price? Not sure. It would DM us and we could take it. Like, what's the fucking price? Let's see
Dude,
here. Oh wow! Like, what the hell is this?
Oh, you found where they saw them?
Yeah, I want. Here we go. Spheres. Digital spheres.
Whoa.
Yeah, look how cool those look, dude. Each digital sphere comes with a complete package with everything you need to set it up.
You know what I love, dude? Or God damn it, I can't remember what they're called now. Remember that clock I used to have at my old house?
Yes.
Tells the
That's why I
time
showed
around the
That's
world.
why I
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
a cron, something cron.
Geochron.
Geochron, yeah.
Yeah,
I
those
hate
are
when
dope.
they don't say what the price is. That drives me crazy.
I hate that too. You have to like message them and shit.
Order now. Holy shit. $18,000, bro.
If we can get you know, once we're
A
balling,
super
dude,
chat.
a couple super chats and I'll buy you one. I always forget about those.
That's funny, bro.
Dude, I kind of want to do this low.
Oh shit, candy cigarettes. I remember candy cigarettes.
Yeah.
They had the dust in them, so you could the first one that you always did, you could blow on it and it would look like it was smoking.
You know what my favorite candy was, dude? And it was just straight sugar on motherfucking sugar. I think it was it called Fun Dips? You take the sugar stick and you dip it.
Yep, look at that.
There we
Perfect
go.
timing.
Right.
Yep.
You already said it.
Perfect synchronicity, man.
I really still love those, dude.
Yeah.
I actually really want to do this, dude. This dude's kind of a legend, dude. Check this guy out. He takes a picture.
I stuck a picture of my dog and I onto the wall at Cracker Barrel.
That's so cool. That's so cool, bro. I love shit like this. That's so smart, bro.
Watch this.
I stuck a picture of my dog and I.
Oh wait, did they show that part? He goes back a week later and it's still there. Yeah, he goes back.
That's
and
so
it's
cool,
still
dude.
there.
That is super cool, man.
I want to do that, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm
It'd be
with
so
you.
easy to do. They have so much bullshit on their walls.
Yeah, yeah. That is fucking. That is
Dude,
cool.
we should do one for the Bogcast, just like me and you were like. That'd be fucking funny, dude. And just put it black and white like that, dude. Or not even the black and white, but like that, like 1800.
Yeah.
Fuchsia brown
1800.
one.
Yeah. All right.
Dress you up like a cowboy. Get you on. Oh, dude, that'd be funny. We're both
Do you
on
remember that?
horseback. We're on
Do you remember
horseback, and I'm
that as a
behind you with
kid?
my arms around you.
At Metro Center, they used to have this thing in the old school alley. They had this that was called the alley. It was like a weird part of the mall. And you'd go in and you would choose your clothes and you could dress up like as an old cowboy and you got guns and stuff and they would take old pictures of you. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Everyone has that. Like I feel like
Yeah.
every family did that.
Yeah.
Except for mine.
This is hilarious, bro. Watch this.
With the fart WhatsApp group women, haven't they? No. Me and a bunch of Australian comedians, and all you're allowed to do is fart.
Never felt more excluded in my life.
There's a legendary one. I think it was a good fucking 12-second fart.
So him and a bunch of his comedian friends, they created a group chat where they just share each other's farts. They
Oh,
record each other's farts,
disgusting.
bro. Watch.
It's like a fucking bee in your ear.
That was Luke Heggie, fantastic comedian. Check him out.
You guys get the tightest arsehole
See
on
what's
earth.
insane about it. Anytime anybody in the group meets up, we end up talking about how good it is for your mental health. See if you wake up in a bad mood. Oh, there's 4 new farts. Another comedian takes it dead serious. He's shot himself a couple of times. Like, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck.
Does it in private? You can hear his kids in the background. He's like, oh, Dad, stop it. Let's go full road. I thought you would be fucking dropping some heat in there.
This is one of my good ones.
You're shoveling beans in it.
Oh,
Is that you?
Yeah. This one sounds like machine gun fire in the distance.
Is that being recorded in fucking Ukraine?
I swear to God. It's the happiest I've been in my adult life. As long as I've been doing stand-up, you try to write material and fucking play with the form. Nothing makes me laugh harder than somebody just ripping a good fart.
That's funny, dude. That shit just never gets old, dude.
Yeah.
It's funny because you'll see like babies laugh at it too.
Oh yeah.
Like, everyone, like no matter what age you are, it's funny. Like all
Yeah.
around, doesn't.
Oh, shit. Funny, bro.
Let me see. I had one lined up and then I just lost it. Oh yeah, this dude fucking made a beat to this like chicken, or excuse me, this chick freaking out over Wingstop. Kind of creative.
I watched this guy's.
What did you eat today? I ate nothing.
That's good, dude. That's good shit. I like that. All right, I got something funny. All right, check this out. All right.
Lara, welcome. What's the slow burn joke you got for us?
So when my husband and I first started going out, he was a really bad snorer. And what he told me was when he lay on his back, his balls would cover his anus and create an airlock, and that's why he snores.
Did you at any stage while he was snoring just test by picking them up to see if they weren't blocking the
Just pick him up.
his toot hole?
Oh
I
my
I
god.
cradled his balls for 3 years before I figured it out.
What a legend! Oh my gosh. Lara, well,
That's fucking funny, dude. I wish it was that simple.
I love that term that he used. He called it a toot hole.
I don't know if it's true or not. I feel like it's trolling, but supposedly doctors aren't allowed to use the word vagina anymore, and they're
I
supposed
heard
to use
that.
the word bonus holes.
Bonus hole, yeah, I've heard
When
that.
I told that to Jordan, she just could not believe it and thought it was fake. And part of me, I just can't. I don't know what's real or everything. I don't know what's satire and real anymore, dude. Like
That's the
that
biggest
line has
problem.
been fucking blurred like a couple years ago.
Yep. Yeah.
Check this
that's the
fucking thing
biggest
out,
problem.
dude.
Whoa.
Big ass fucking giant squid.
Japan? Yeah, Japan.
Yeah.
That's where they get most of the footages in Japan.
Look at
in the
that
fishing
fucking
boats.
thing, dude.
And it's dying.
That's
You could tell it's dying
crazy.
because when they die, they come closer to the surface, and you could tell it's dying. I believe because of the red,
Oh, really?
losing oxygen. Yeah, man, that's fucking cool, dude. Speaking of that, there was speaking of octopuses, there was this really weird one that I saw today where it's like at the bottom of the sea. And is this it? Oh,
squid.
no, it's at the bottom of the sea, and it
No.
extends its tentacles, and then its tentacles grow wide, and it turns itself into a big balloon. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, there's some
nuts.
weird shit they're finding, dude. I love
Yeah.
those videos of that crazy shit. I feel like
Yeah.
those are aliens, dude.
Yeah, I
Check
agree.
this shit out, dude. This is like crazy traffic in Ethiopia. They don't have lights,
Oh man,
and they just figure it out somehow.
that's scary. That would
That'd give
drive me
anxiety, yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I would have major anxiety over that.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Man. Speaking of hash, how about this?
Whoa.
Yeah, this is out of the Tira
Whoa.
Valley in Pakistan. Love watching
Get your
videos
fucking
about.
head chopped off there for that.
No, they've been doing hash over there forever, man.
Oh, they did. I thought they were really strict about stuff, though.
They were until they realized how much money they can make off of it.
Hmm.
Look at that, dude. Oh man, that's beautiful.
Damn, dude.
That's a lot of
I
beautiful.
think that's worth.
Who knows? But that's a lot of hash.
It doesn't say like how much it is in weight or anything like that.
It says. Nope, it doesn't say. Yeah, it doesn't say. Man, a lot of hash.
I don't know what this is, but this is kind of, keeping the fart vibe going.
I would love to sit here and chit chat with you, but I gotta go. I would love to sit here and chit chat with you, but I gotta go. Did you just go? I would love to sit here and chit chat with you, but I gotta go. Tyrus, did you just fall?
I want to end the show like that, dude. Peace out. Just like fart off camera.
Well, how about
all
this
I was
one?
buying, dude.
How about this one? This one's another good one, dude. All right. These are hunters that do a show, right? So they're out filming, and the camera. What? I hate when this happens.
The Twitter or Instagram. Yeah.
Do you have your headphones in? Can you hear me?
What the fuck?
I can't hear me. I'm gonna do some
What?
ASMR.
Do you have your headphones in? Can you hear me?
Oh Jesus! I knew that was gonna happen.
Classic.
I always feel sorry for the boom operators because they put these lav mics on everybody and the actors,
Yeah.
and then actors will forget they have them on and then go to the bathroom and take just these huge shits, and then the fucking boom operators struggling to. I've seen that happen probably like 5 or 6 times, dude, on a film set. Like Kenny has this. Like if I ever actually got to do a full season of Sound Guy, and then I did a season 2, I would make it to where it's like a whole different cast, but I would make it about a boom operator instead, and then
Yeah.
have those kind of bits, like shit
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean?
That's why the sound guy is such a great idea, dude. But yeah, we'll get into that another day. I don't want to give everything away.
Yeah. Have you seen this the streamer guy? He just calls out Adam 22 on his stream. This little nerdy dude down here. You see this shit?
Mm-mm. Oh
Just
yeah,
crazy.
yes.
Burning
This is
hell, you have
funny.
literally no morals, and your wife's a whore. I said it. I don't give a fuck. You're a
There is
fucking
no
loser.
hell.
Okay.
I'm gonna do great in the afterlife, and my wife is a beautiful queen, Neon.
Okay. Cool.
So
You're
you really
delusional.
think that her value
I think you're actually
plummeted
more
that
delusional than that fat
dramatically
tranny
as
I
a
talked
result
to
of
on
one
God.
cock entering her besides my own?
Huh?
You really think that one cock entering her depleted her value that dramatically?
Yes.
I can assure you, it wasn't that big a deal. I mean,
It
it was probably a
wasn't.
bigger
Yeah,
deal.
it wasn't that big. Yeah, letting your wife get trained by a 10-inch fucking. Don't care. You're gonna burn it.
Speaking of getting your wife trained by a big 10-inch BBC, let's check out the poll. Would you let your wife, girlfriend, significant other to get BBC'd, big black cocked on camera for money? 18% said yes. It's got to be trolling, right?
Yeah, yeah. I hope.
No,
I
they just
hope.
didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. Check this out. You see this?
Yeah, this is hilarious.
Oh yeah. Look at the look on his face. Like, what the fuck? Where'd it go? And then I love how he pops up just for a breath, and then he's back down under.
It's crazy. I know, because when I first watched, I'm like, is he gonna pop up again? Like, where's he coming
Yeah.
from? That's a
And
smart
Tiger
fucking
thought he was
dog, man.
slick.
Just super fucking smart dog.
Yeah, dude. That's funny. That's funny. Oh man.
I don't know if else I have anything else that's really.
I have a
can tell you
couple.
This really quick. This is kind of cool. It's kind of long, but I'll play like the first like 30 seconds and the last 30 seconds of it. But this.
Just put your backpack down.
So this lady is a music teacher, and like this kid like is really good at the drums, and so she has him play really quick.
And you really surprised me. I realized that you had a great talent, and so can you play something real quick for us?
Good job.
Now, after you played, you shared some things with me. You said that you told me that you had never had drum lessons. Is that correct? And where do you play drums?
Well, I play drums at church and guitar center.
Okay. But you had a set of drums and something happened to them. What happened to them?
They burned.
We've all done that.
You had a house fire like 2 years ago. Well, one thing I noticed about you, not just that you're obviously very talented, but you also are very kind. You are, every time I see you in the hallway, you have a smile on your face. You're very humble, and I was very impressed by that, just as much as I was your talent. So when I shared that video, if you don't mind, but I shared that video with a few of my friends last week, and they were equally impressed. And everybody wanted to help get you some new drums. And so I have a surprise for you. Come here.
That's gonna change that kid's life, dude.
I know,
much
dude.
Positive in so many positive ways.
When I first saw this, dude, I fucking teared up with happiness for this guy. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome.
Well, you know what? We had a lot
First
of
day the
people
guy's
that
talking to him.
wanted to help get you drums.
So check this out,
These were
though.
donated by McKinney Christian Academy, and also your teacher, Miss Freeman, her mother wants to donate you an electronic drum set. Oh my God! So if it's okay with your grandmother and you have room in your house, we'll get that for you this week. We also have people that wanted to get you. Somebody's donating you.
So he gets like lessons and books and all kinds of shit. He drums on a little bit.
Donate some of those things. So. And I put that on there, so I'm not sure if I did it right. So you might have to fix it.
He's gonna be bad as fuck, bro, in like 5 years, dude. Put up.
It's gonna change. It's got so many positive effect on his life that this is gonna cause.
Sure. Dude, they'd be
Yeah.
so dope in like 15 years. Like if he's like the next Pharrell or some shit. But the electric drum kit is definitely where it's at. I actually have one, and it's just nice to have something that's not as loud that you can kind of practice on, you know, within your
Throw on
headphones
your
and not
earphones, yeah.
jump on the fucking real drum set when you want to rock out and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
dude, I fucking love videos like that.
Oh, here's another heartwarming video.
Yo, look at this dog, y'all. Watch, make him do it again. Good boy. Sit. Okay. Paw. Good boy. Other paw. Okay. Ready? Fart.
No way, dude.
Look at this
Yeah.
dog, y'all. Watch, make him do it again. Good boy. Sit. Okay. Paw. Good boy. Other paw. Okay. Ready? Fart.
What the fuck? No way, dude.
Make him do it again.
Is that real?
I don't know.
In the comments really quick. Does anyone want to say it's fake?
Okay. Ready? Fart.
Dude, dog farts are fucking disgusting, dude.
Says here,
Crazy. I might give him hemorrhoids. Yeah, how do you train that exactly? That's a good
yeah. Who knows, dude? That'd be a cool thing to train. Dog farts are the worst, and could you imagine having that at your disposal?
Dog farts are absolutely the worst.
I saw this from High Times Magazine, which was cool. You guys know how much we love Rick Simpson over here. And
Oh,
this
shit.
is a new post from High Times Magazine. It says, can Rick Simpson oil treat cancer? A closer look at RSO. And that is the man right there, Rick Simpson. So very interesting. It says here that even though the adult use market has not quite experienced the explosion that Rick Simpson oil products compared to edibles and other goods, it is still of great importance for many of the medical community. Since RSO is known for its strength, it's been staple for patients seeking relief from a variety of ailments, and especially cancer. What was once considered a niche has grown into popularity, so much so that it can now be found in a number of states where it used to be quite difficult to obtain. So pretty amazing. They got a new article at hightimes.com about it. I suggest anybody go check
Oh,
it out.
fuck yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He's a goat. I always wonder like how he thinks, because Rick Simpson oil just became like a term like
Yeah, like
Kleenex. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so I know when you talk to Chris Martin, for example, he likes to stay away from that and call it FICO, full
Mhm.
extract cannabis
Cannabis
oil.
oil,
So
yeah.
which is interesting. But speaking of Chris Martin and cancer, we still have the GoFundMe for Andy going on, trying to hit that $10,000 goal, because there's all these crazy prizes still to give out. Everyone that donates, you get automatically entered, and we have this wheel that we randomly draw for prizes. Your chances of winning a prize are actually pretty high. And if you donate $100 or more, there's all kinds of these grand prizes, like a 3-night stay in California in the Redwoods, I think it was. All these crazy just
Glass
like
pieces.
knives and glass
Yeah,
pieces.
knives.
And so
Yeah,
if
pool
you want to
work,
help
all
out
kinds of stuff.
Yeah, if you want to help out a good cause, they are really fucking awesome people. And they're also actually sponsors of the show, Hempel Farm CBD. You can go to hempelfarmcbd.com and use promo code Bogcast for 15% off. They got all kinds of goodies: CBD for yourself, CBD for your pets, which I really like. My dogs really enjoy these paw putty dog treats. I give them their CBD tinctures every single day. They like the bacon. Is this the other bacon flavored one? They
Yeah,
got calming
I need to pick up
treats,
some more of that.
all kinds of shit. So again,
The
promo
bacon-flavored
code
one.
Bogcast at hempelfarmcbd.com. Yeah, dude, that's really dope there.
Yeah, game changer. So much love to Chris and Andy, doing great things. Did you see this, bro? 17 by 17
I've seen
Rubik's
those.
Cube.
Yeah, these are nuts. I've seen someone solve it. It takes like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, this guy, it took like 2 hours, I think. He times himself doing it.
I haven't had the patience to do that, dude.
I know. Man.
I do want to own one of those. They're really expensive, though.
How much are they?
Like, I think like $800 or something like that. Actually, let me look it up real quick.
Says, could you solve this 17? If not, we have less pricey ones to try out. Check them out below.
On Amazon, $1,000.
Took him an hour and a half. $1,000. Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's different brands and shit. I'm sure there's cheaper ones.
Yeah. Man, look at that.
There's a new Rubik's Cube that I saw. I'll actually play really quick. Let me see if I can find it. Like, you know, it's kind of hard for like Rubik's Cube to come out with like new different kinds of Rubik's Cubes, right? You know what I mean? So they're always trying to come out with different ways to, you know, use it. Like they have that one that's all black and you have to keep your handprints on it for the colors to show, you know?
Yeah.
But Rubik's Cube is notoriously known for being like the worst because it's all clunky, you know, because it doesn't corner cut because it doesn't have magnets in them and shit. So all those pro players use like, you know, use these different brands that have like magnets in them. And so they go like a lot faster. But let me try to find this fucking video really quick. But this is like a new cube. I usually get it just to collect it, but I don't know if I would ever suggest using it or not.
What is it? It's just a different style Rubik's Cube.
Oh, here it is. It's supposed to like, I think it's supposed to teach you how to like learn it or something. It's got like stickers on it or something.
Scotch cube, and if you're trying to learn how to solve the Rubik's Cube, it's the perfect cube for you. It looks like this. It's all black with numbers on every piece, and it comes with an instructions guide. This is the first cube where you can really say you peel off the stickers. Let me show you how it works. The first step is to peel off all the stickers with the number 1 written on them. As you can see, now you have 4 white pieces showing on the cube and a yellow center. This is because the first step to solve the Rubik's Cube is to make the daisy. Let me show how it works.
This seems like a shitty way
In
to
this
learn
way,
it,
you
to be
can
honest
easily
with you.
learn how to solve the Rubik's Cube step by step. Now you can have fun practicing the first step before going on and peeling off other stickers.
I guess the value in that is because there's so many different steps, and then say you get to like the 10th or 11th step, you have to do all the other steps to get to it to practice it. So you don't really get to practice it as much as the other steps. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could practice that step over and over, but I think it's just easier to they have like a guide on their site and then just like look up a video or something. Or you
Yeah.
know what? Jordan got me this badass like Rubik's Cube that's like connected to my phone, and it like I can move it by my phone and it teaches you and does it all on its own. It's crazy, dude.
That's kind of cool, man.
Yeah.
That's actually really
Let
cool.
me, I'll pull it up here while you're.
Yeah, that's really cool. Whoa, that's freaking cool.
Yeah, and it hooks to your phone. I wish is there a video for it?
Is there the video below? No. Man, that's freaking cool, dude.
And you can like play games on there. You can actually like connect to other people across the world and like go against them and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is cool, man. One of the things that we talk about a lot on this show is that we love stand-up comedy. It's one of our favorite things in the world. It's so important to us. And there's one comedian out there that still hasn't done his own stand-up special, and it's kind of a big deal. And I thought this was kind of cool.
Surprise.
Oh shit. Steve. Heck yeah. I didn't know he was doing one. That's dope.
So isn't it? I think it's hilarious that they played a joke about how, Bobby
Think
still
it's gonna
hasn't
be
done
Bobby.
his-
Yeah, and he's gonna do it before. Yeah.
and it's his brother. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I think
dude.
Stevie is funnier than Bobby
Oh
Lee.
fuck
I'll
yeah,
be
dude.
honest.
Oh, he's way
Yeah.
funnier. Bobby can just be
Yeah.
so overwhelming and kind of cringe at sometimes. Just like, dude.
Did you see that Jeremiah vlogged his vasectomy?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I just don't find him as funny, dude. I don't know what. It just don't know.
This is crazy, dude.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah. No, thank you.
I want to show you some shit in regards to stand-up comedy. I just wanted to show you this while I had it up, but this is like that electronic cube that you could do, like it plays like along with it.
Oh,
And
that's
you can
cool,
learn how to
bro.
like play along with it and shit.
Oh,
And it
that's sick.
also has its own thing, and it can solve itself in like fucking
Whoa.
4 seconds, dude. It's crazy.
Whoa, that's badass.
I
I've
have
seen
it
you
in the
play
closet.
with that.
I'll bring it out next time. That's so
Yeah.
fun.
I've seen you I think I've seen you play with that Rubik's Cube, but not the. That's awesome, dude.
I know, isn't that crazy? It just solves itself and shit.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So, if you have an hour, Tom Segura has a badass special on Netflix. It's not his best special, but it's funny. It's got some funny moments. But he shot it here in Phoenix at a Celebrity Theater, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
But which is even cooler is, let me see if it's I can hold up really quick. He had a behind the scenes.
Whoa.
And it just talks about, him shooting it here and
I'm gonna go watch. I want to watch this.
Yeah, this is bad as fuck, dude. And you can kind of get an insight to his like crew, like how awesome his team is. His team like really fucking like looks up to him and respects him and shit. Yeah, it's pretty dope, dude. And then what's crazy is, so he did 4 specials, right? And they usually like take just different moments from all 4 and edit them together. And he says the first performance that he did, he's like, "Oh my god, that was it. That was amazing." And everyone's like, it's that was okay, but let's see how the next ones are." Dude, I know I hate that video so fucking much. The second one that he did, someone in the crowd fucking talks out loud and says something stupid, and Tom Segura's like, "Really, dude? Like, really? Out of all shows, like, you're gonna do it?" Like, he's literally filming a special, and someone in the crowd says something out loud and literally just destroys the vibe, dude. And you're like, "What a?"
Yep.
I hope security just dragged that motherfucker out by the throat and whooped his ass, because you don't understand. Like, they toured for like 2 years. He toured his dude. That's the other thing. He toured his ass off around the world like crazy, going over this material to do this special and shit. And for this dickhead to just shout out, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? So anyway, he shoots.
And hold on, real quick. I want to piggyback on that. For anybody out there that ever thinks about going to a stand-up comedy show or anything like that, keep this in your head.
Fuck up.
Yeah, just laugh. If you think you're going to be that cool guy that talks back or yells something, or you're ruining it for not only for the comedian but every other person there. It's not a cool thing to do.
And it happens all the time, dude. It's fucking,
I know.
it's ridiculous, dude.
I hate it.
Yeah, unless they're like ripping on you. Like, I've been in the front row before, and they were making fun of me. I had long hair, and he said I looked like I worked at Trader Joe's, and I kidnapped Jordan and all this shit, and but anyway, he said his third, so they do this third show, and his crew is like, "No, this was even better." And he's like, I'm telling you, the first one. Then he does the fourth one, and the crew is like, "This was it. This was the best one." And he watches them back, and he realizes he was talking about the comedy and the bits and the rhythm of that. They were talking about the shots and the lighting. So when they were saying the fourth one's best, cinematically it was best, but he ended up using the very first one. He said it was like literally all of it except for one line was like from the fourth one, I think, like that, which is pretty cool. Like,
yeah,
because usually a special is like I said, 3 or 4 different shows chopped up into one. But yeah, dude, this shit's badass, dude. It's his mom and shit.
Wow. No, more stand-up comedy. This is funny. I thought you
shit too.
I thought you'd get a kick out of this one.
Just learned something about our LGBT brothers and sisters. Did y'all know that when they transition a woman into a man, they give her hormones to enlarge her clitoris? Then doctors pull her urethra up through what they call a neopenis. Now, a neopenis is about that long. And if we start counting them as official men, that means that counts for the overall average male penis. Which means the more transgenders we accept into our society, the bigger my dick gets.
That's so true, dude. That's so fucking true.
Oh my gosh, man.
God, I thought I just retweeted it.
Well,
Trying
I
to
only
stay
got
in
2
the,
more, so
I got like 2 more also.
okay.
I
I want to say
here it
thank
is
you
right
to
here.
everybody that's hanging out with us right now. We got
dude.
people watching on Rumble, people on YouTube, people on Twitter, all over the place. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. You can really help us out with the subscription and a thumbs up. And if you're catching us on the rewind, we'd love to see you on the live shows. We'd love to chat with you. We got all these people that we see here every week. Shout out to all of them. Big shout out to Hartman, Chad Cave, Sean Little. Big shout out to who else we got? Jeremy.
You say Sean Little, right? Sean.
Yeah, Sean's here every week. Shout out to Jeremy, who I see here all the time. Appreciate you, brother. Nate 138, Jersey to the Bay, Nova J, Rated Raw. Just so many people that come here. GT Key come here every week and hang out with us and have a good time. And we really love you guys. Rainbow Randolph,
Yeah, you guys are
Luis
fucking awesome.
Mendoza. Yeah, just Adam from Awesome Sauce, Daniel, Cover Lover, Blood Sausage. You guys really make this show fun for us, and it's a big deal to be able to interact with you guys live on the show. It's
Well,
a
you
lot
know
of
what,
fun,
dude?
so.
Like, not to get like super cheesy, but to be honest with you, man, like one of the main reasons why I do this is just to like help me stay sober, because I try to stay as busy as humanly possible and just try to have like all these different activities, you know what I mean, going on. And the fact that I get to come here each week and fucking chill with my best friend and everyone in chat, dude, it's
a big deal. It is a big deal.
So I was just reading this. Fucking, I probably have internal hemorrhoids, but I have hemorrhoids, and yeah, it got fucking. It feels like someone is just taking a lighter into my butthole like this, and I'm gonna take an Epsom salt bath right after, dude. It sucks. I should have get a fucking donut chair or whatever.
Yeah. Much love, you guys.
Oh fuck yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you guys rock.
Yeah, so staying on the topic of
gay.
Yeah, dude.
Hey,
Like
man.
I don't.
Hey, man. It's struggling is part of being human, and also part of being human is talking about your struggles with your friends. So I really hope that everybody out there that is going through anything, that you have a friend that you can go talk to you. Mine's right here. I talk to Keith anytime that I got anything going on in my life that I need a straight answer for. Keith's the first person I call. So I really hope that, Jeremy, man, we appreciate you. And hopefully you have somebody like Keith in your life that you can contact and talk about stuff like that really knows you. I think creating this community and being able to reach out to each other the way we do was one thing. But, you also need somebody that really knows you. You need somebody that, knows who you are and this type of stuff. It's rough. And when stuff like this happens, man, it makes it even even rougher.
We've
Much
had
love to you,
some
bro.
Friends that did that, and that's just hard to get.
Yeah.
My fuck. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it's rough, dude. It's rough, but it'll get better, man. You'll obviously never get over that pain, but life is an amazing thing, and especially having people in that can enjoy
also
things
just
with you.
Important to just keep the memory on, in any way you can,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, keep his memory alive, because
Yep.
But you know what,
Ah.
man? I'll tell you what. You know, when that shit happens, the best thing in the world, honestly, is fucking comedy. And if you
Humor.
just fucking lock yourself up and just kind of, I mean, it's good to do that and just cry it out and shit, but sometimes you just gotta get out there and, like
Yeah.
McClay was saying, talk to people, but just expose yourself to different kinds of humor and just like fucking podcasts saved me a lot. This podcast
Yeah.
saved me because when my dad died a couple years ago, you know, normally like I would have just canceled the podcast right after that, but I remember like just doing it, but I was able to like, you know, it actually helped me more than I think it would have if I wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Fucking
but-
the humor is so interesting, man, especially dark humor. Like dark humor is something that can do some real healing mentally, right? Being around people when you're able to laugh about things in a trying time and making, you know, a dark humor joke. Even I went to the cardiologist today to get some tests done, and the first thing when my doc came in, first time I'm meeting him, he's like, "I like your sense of humor," because I had this shirt on, you know, the Buffalo Bills body lotion.
Oh,
And
that's
he's
fucking
like,
funny, dude.
he's like, "I like your sense of
You
humor."
wore that
That's
to the doctor?
Yeah. He's like, "That's my type of humor. Good stuff."
That's
and
funny.
you know, so
When the doctor pulled his finger out of my butthole aggressively, and
could he use some of that lotion?
he was just like, "Welcome to my world, buddy." That's what he said. I was like, what? The fuck? I feel like they were just like nail. You know what I mean? Like he didn't cut
Oh
his
man.
nails.
Oh, bro, that's rough on like multiple levels, like germs, pain. Oh, dude.
Dude, I felt literally like I got violated. I'm not even kidding. Like
Did
I
he
even told
say
Jordan,
fingers?
I feel like I feel bad for like women that have to deal with that shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like these just aggressive dudes, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing, you know, exciting about a big long finger going into your butthole.
No.
But anyway, speaking of dark humor, been following the Legion of Skanks for years, and it's cool just watching them all rise up together. And they all recently shot a specials. I know Louis Gomez did, and Dave, and a couple other people, like Kurt Metzger did.
Yeah.
But
I love Dave Smith. He's the
yeah,
best.
that's the fucking set looks dope. So Dave Smith has a half
Wow.
hour coming out. Big J introduced him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. And I think they're gonna just put it on YouTube and shit, so it should be free. Oh, another person coming out with a special, dude, is Mark Norman. He has a trailer for a special. I think it's actually on Netflix though this time, which is kind of
Good.
interesting because a lot of these comedians were putting them on YouTube for a while there because they weren't getting Netflix. That's like what Norman did because he didn't get Netflix, and now here he is on Netflix. So
Yeah. Man, that's interesting. One of the things that kind of is a bummer. Yeah. One of the things that's kind of a bummer is that you know, Big J Okerson used to do a show with Mark Norman, not Mark Norman. Was it Mark Norman that used to do a show?
Big J?
There was a yeah.
He does
And
one
now
with Robert.
now he does
or what's his
Bobby
name?
Kelly.
Bobby Kelly, yeah.
But he did a show with somebody before him.
Oh, Dan Soder?
Hey Chris, yeah, Dan Soder.
Yeah, Dan Soder.
And
Yeah, Dan
so
Soder's funny as fuck.
my brother was telling me Dan Soder wanted to, you know, spend. What did he want to do? He wanted to like work more on his own stuff, so he left.
Yeah, the radio show.
So he could just work on his stand-up. Yeah, Bonfire of the Vanities. Is there the Bonfire?
It's like a radio show that they do at that like Sirius place.
Yeah.
I think. And he replaced, or Bobby Kelly replaced.
They replaced him.
Yeah.
That was such a funny show, dude. That was such a funny show. And I love Bobby Kelly, but it's not. He's not. He doesn't. That the J. Okerson Soder thing was awesome.
Yeah, they're funny as fuck, dude.
Yeah. This is super super cool what I'm about to show you, dude. This
Oh
is
yeah, Gillis is coming to Phoenix.
Oh
And
shit.
Gillis is coming, dude.
Wow. This was a polar bear that didn't know he was being filmed. This is so crazy.
Whoa.
Photographer captures polar bear having fun in the water. Look at this.
Those things will fucking. It looks all cute and shit, but the other thing will fucking tear you in half.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
at
god,
this.
that's so adorable.
Oh, just wait.
God, it
He
sucks
finds
there's-
this hole and he goes and plays.
They make the most vicious killers so cute. That's crazy.
I know.
And then like we actually probably love them more because they're like on Coke bottles and shit. So we're like,
Yeah, that hole used to be a family for 4 sea lions.
Yeah,
that are in his
probably.
belly now. Yeah, but I just think it's so funny that this polar bear is just having a fun, and it makes you realize like what is what is this polar bear thinking? He's just having a good time. He goes into the water. He does flips. It's just
doesn't even know the cameras are.
yeah. Wow.
This shit is crazy, dude. It's a white bison. This is really rare. It's an albino. It's in Wyoming, spotted. Really rare.
Whoa. Yeah, that's like an omen.
Damn,
Wow,
that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's like a big deal, especially for Native Americans, right?
Yeah.
All right, here's the last video I got for you. This is so funny and so creepy at the same time, but I love it, dude. Watch. So this is a kid. His mom's pregnant, and the baby's kicking.
Oh no.
Watch.
He's gonna kick through.
Please.
Oh.
No, I want no part of that. Look at his face when he's
An alien.
Please.
Oh, that's weird.
He's like, no way, dude.
I'm out.
Scared him so much. Look. He's like, get me away. Whoa.
It's crazy, dude. That's just trippy, dude. That whole process.
Yeah.
Well, one last story I wanted to end on really quick. I wanted to talk to you about. I forgot about, dude. Was this? Charles Manson follower Leslie Van Houten has been released from prison after serving 53 years for 2 murders. That's fucking nuts, dude. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, she tries she's
fuck?
been denied like over.
She got
and
parole,
over
I
and
think,
over.
in 2020. She got parole. So they let her go 3 years after that. It was pretty wild, dude.
Wow.
Oh, I thought this had older pictures in it and shit. But yeah, she's
Yeah,
free.
dude. That's crazy, man. Yeah. I watch documentaries about them because they always come up for parole, and it always is in like 60 minutes, and they do a little thing, and it's very interesting to see like the two different sides. Like one side thinks that they were taken advantage of and groomed, and Manson was a cult leader, and then the other side's like, nope, they had fun doing it, and they thought that they were this and this, and it's like you could obviously see that they were like groomed cultish wise, like they thought he was
for
God.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, then there's also the third angle where he was part of the CIA,
Project Ultra, MK Ultra.
MK Ultra, yeah, with all the acid and all that shit. That's pretty wild, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's all fucking I got. Like McClay was saying earlier, if you guys can just make sure you're subscribed to the channel, that helps us out big time. Just making sure you hit that red button. Liking and commenting always helps out big time. You
Yes.
can always support the show if you want to join the channel. Have different tiers and you get some badges and member-only live streams, things like that.
If you guys
Also-
can go to our Kick account and our Rumble account and start following us over there, you can find links in the description. we're really going to try and build those up over there, just because of all the, censorship that is going on. Gives us a place to fall back on if something happens here at YouTube, or vice versa.
Yeah, it's good to be on a few different platforms.
Yeah.
So, you got anything else, dog? Or
tomorrow I'll be doing the Hot 10 on Stein channel on House of
Nice.
Stein, so come hang out over there if you guys are into comic books. Saturday night, Modern Comic Mayhem on Beyond Wednesdays. We got a big comic book drama alert segment that's coming up. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then San Diego Comic-Con is next week, so I'll be coming live to everybody from San Diego next week. So this
What days
show
are you
I'll
going
be in
for?
San Diego. I believe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So
We could probably do Oppenheimer Tuesday then, right?
yeah, okay, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. So yes, adios amigos.
All right,
Would be
guys.
a
I really
cool name.
appreciate
I
you
agree.
guys hanging out with us each week. It's fun as fuck. And
Yeah.
we will see you next week. McClay will be live from San Diego. I will be sweating my balls off here in Phoenix. And that's it. I guess peace out, guys.
Peace.
Peace. Where the fuck's our outro video? I don't know where it's at.